Uh, Fuck. All right. How's it going, everybody? I just got off the phone with the cousin. It was a very important discussion about vehicle. Uh, Today was fucking tiring. I'll tell you that. But on the plus side, I get great little things like this.
And he knows he's afraid of me. And he knows he's listening to my voice right now. Not exactly in this moment, after it goes out. I know he's listening to this.
Yeah.
You know it. Jimmy, you're a coward. You know it. I know it. Everybody else knows it. You want to be a tough guy? Come be a tough guy. Come on the show. I'll invite you into the studio.
It's weird how he'll respond to me. He'll respond to Anna. He'll respond to Jamie when Jamie was working here. He won't respond to Matt. He won't respond to you. What is the through line that we're seeing here, huh?
I wonder if that through line is misogyny. I'd say yes. I pulled up a few things to go over. So we could actually do tag team shitting on. Well, I would want to find the actual video because, but yeah, Denims has a thing with. What is this Liberty Hangout video that you're going over? What is the title? Libs don't know what a father is. I need to go over this. I have to. Is that how old this is? 17 minutes. Okay. Hey, do you want to tag team this? You know what? I'll ask when we jump into the call together. I am live now, so if you are here in the playbacks, then you can jump in. I don't have a whole lot planned. I just felt like doing this. Let's go. Beep 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 beep. In the meantime, yeah, Jimmy Dore goes through all sorts of uh dumb phases. And then we've got, how long ago was this?
There
Outdoor
seems to
dinner party.
be a situation over the past week or two where they realize somebody somewhere realized. I mean, and I think the hint is that this is coming from the Republican Party itself. Steve Scalise goes out and gets vaccinated, you know, a week and a half ago. I mean, that seems a little bit late, buddy. Um, but he goes and gets vaccinated and makes a big deal of it. And, or at least he claims that he gets vaccinated on that Sunday. I mean, maybe he got vaccinated a long time ago and it's just, it's time for me to deploy it. Who knows? But
Oh, I do want to pull up this right here. This is one of the funniest things. Mike from PA, not not the real one. It's two eyes there. I feel like I'm the only real socialist on political Twitch. All the others don't really care about socialism. That was especially apparent to me when barely anyone criticized Vosh for giving money to impoverished Palestinian children. Liberals. The satire here is fucking great. I finally arrived at my destination. Can't wait to do some hands on learning about sewer socialism. Tired of white suburban liberals giving black people legal advice. Nothing says I'm white and have never had a run in with a police officer like telling a minority they shouldn't unholster and unload their firearm while pulled over. I'll represent you in court for free if you try this and it doesn't go well. The satire is fucking wonderful. And that was brought to us by Nick, who is going to be our guest today. We've got a topic on discussing aspects of food decommodification. So, to decommodification. Oh, what do you know? Hey, for some reason my phone doesn't recognize this word ever. But in political economy, decommodification is the strength of social entitlements. What? And citizens' degree of immunization from market dependency. That's that's kind of true, I guess, but not really. Well, I'm trying to. There we go. I want to connect with my phone to the thing because it controls my WhatsApp. In regards to the labor force, decommodification describes a degree to which individual or families can uphold a socially acceptable standard of living independently of market participation. While commodification is the transformation of goods, services, ideas, and people into commodities or objects of trade, decommodification would be the extent that workers can leave the labor market through choice. So, gender inequality, the idea of decommodification as an egalitarian concept is set forth by Esping Anderson, sparked contemporary research on efforts focusing on perceived inequities. In 2008, a research journal pointed out a feminist critique that the absolute focus on the welfare of individuals who are already working leaves a central bias in the pursuit of decommodification. Rather, the the objective of women is often to be decommodified in the first place so that they can enter the labor market. Interesting. Decommodification has been identified by ecological economists as a strategy for sustainable consumption. Okay. So, fundamental study of decommodification sparked contemporary academic research efforts hoping to resolve paradoxes in this application. Exiting the labor market with little or no cost of income clash with the idea that social democracy has the goal of high labor force participation. Research efforts to resolve this paradox showed that employment impending policies came out of Christian democracy institutions, not social democracy institutions. Hey! This research suggests that decommodification in the social democratic model is viable. Hey! Several free market proponents, such as the Austrian school philosophers Ludwig Mises and Murray Rothbard, argue that markets are the best way to supply all goods or services efficiently. Nope! Not at all. To decommodify food would be a huge fucking step, alright? That's just blatantly obvious. It would be a huge step towards leading to decommodification of other industries and reducing the overall power that the food lobbies have and that food industries have. Just a thought. So we need to get see if they're ready. Actually, let me do it through Discord. Okay, so there we go. I've got a voice channel set up specifically for this. Trying to get this, trying to get this going. Hello? But we got no sound yet. Oh, hello? Kinda. You do cut out.
How about now?
Ah, there we go.
I literally just flipped my headphones around.
Yeah, that would probably help. Uh, it's weird how that works.
Probably.
Okay.
Technology is dumb.
Yes. Well, shit. How's it going?
I'm pretty good actually. I had a really weird day at work because there was a part being replaced at the mill that I work at that they had to bring a crane over, which means that we couldn't put any
A
trucks on the
female may
scale.
want to.
Which so we had to use a different scale, and that meant that my system was messed up for how we deal with trucks and stuff. And yeah,
That's fucking awful.
yeah, but we got through it. Fortunately, management actually planned ahead for this and didn't order that many trucks.
That's good.
Yeah, like it's odd that you feel pride in your bosses for making an obvious decision that anyone should make in their situation. But uh, I am proud of the fact that my bosses aren't complete and utter dipshits.
Yeah. Yeah, that's always nice.
Yeah. So, you want to talk about the whole food decommodification, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think that it would actually be super feasible. It would cost a lot of money, but I think the way that I've been
Hmm.
thinking about it, it would do a lot of things. There'd be a huge ripple effect, honestly.
Well, food is probably the most important thing that we can decommodify in this country because the vast majority of Americans spend far too much of their income percentage wise on food.
Yeah, the budget for the average family for food is like $6,490 or something like that per year.
Mhm. But here's the thing that's going to fuck with the whole concept of food decommodification in terms of actually getting it through politically. and that's that we base our metrics on how poor a person is based on how much they can afford to eat. And we also already subsidize food at a ridiculous amount.
We
Like
we do to
if
keep people from growing it. Like there's a lot of
there's a lot of food there that has government subsidies uh, and government benefits and selling at prices.
you
It a fairly lowered market.
you roboted out really hard throughout that.
I'm sorry, I live in the sticks, in rural ass Georgia. Emphasis on the ass.
Yeah, yeah, I can understand shitty internet.
Yeah, no, I was saying that there is measures put in place in this country that keep food affordable for the vast majority of people, even if it's higher than a higher percentage of our income than we should be spending on food.
Yeah, I mean they do try and make it to where people can eat at kind of roughly the bare minimum,
Mhm.
and if you've noticed, it's gone less from over time. When I was younger, it was McDonald's isn't great for you. You shouldn't eat there very often. Every once in a while is a treat. To McDonald's is what people can afford,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not.
Yeah, like I recently, me and my boyfriend both recently got raises at our jobs, and so that's why we went out on a date tonight. If we hadn't gotten those raises, we wouldn't have gone out to eat. We would have just, had rice or pasta or something.
Yeah. Speaking of, I need to figure out what I'm doing for dinner later.
Rice or rice or pasta or something.
Yeah, I mean, I've got all the stuff to make an Alfredo. I've got the chicken. It's in the freezer,
Based.
and I can make Alfredo. Like if there was actually a decent substitute for like cheese or something, I might be able to try going vegan at some points, but I do try and eat less meat than I
Mhm.
did, but I know that just individual consumption of meat isn't necessarily the huge deal for global warming or whatever, the unethical nature of it. I mean,
Mhm.
depends on your moral
I'm
system.
actually Uh, I'm actually interested in your views on veganism as a moral system, but well, an aspect of a moral system. We'll say that. But in terms of actual food commodification, I think I have some insight working in the agriculture industry because I work for a factory that produces feed for chickens. And we feed millions of chickens.
There's about 4 million
Uh,
chickens processed.
Yeah, about 4 million actually,
yeah,
specifically.
Well, that are processed each week.
Uh,
Not
uh,
how many
uh,
chickens we're feeding.
yeah, 4 million. Purdue, the company, processes about 4 million chickens a week
In Georgia.
in Georgia alone.
that's quite a bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
I know a lot of
yeah.
industries would actually get affected with food decommodification, like my
Mhm.
job, because
Right,
I deliver restaurant supplies, like mostly meat.
right.
So that's something that would affect my job and everybody who I interact with on a weekly basis. Like it would affect all of them.
Yeah.
But I think that the harm is outweighed by the good. Yes, some businesses would
Oh,
have to
oh,
figure out a new way to work things. Because I mean, you could still probably charge. You wouldn't be able to make as much money, but you could still charge for like preparing specialty dishes and stuff.
here's the my thing. I completely agree with you in terms of the good outweighing the harm. Like I am an anarchist, my friend as well. But my my thing is pragmatics in terms of feasibility and what can be done in our current political climate. If we're talking such big scale things,
Oh, so
because of
tactics.
yeah, tactically food decommodification, I think that shouldn't be a priority currently, because through mutual aid networks that are really fucking taking off around the country with the rise of the new American left.
Yeah.
Uh, Mutual aid networks are popping off all around the country, and we're seeing a return to a lot of community values, like we look out for our neighbors, that type of shit.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
seeing a lot of that start to spring up in small areas and in some cities.
one of the things that I did think about while I was kind of coming up with this idea was that because
Yeah.
the way I picture this to work is not like tactically, because that's actually why I want to talk to more people about this overall, is like good tactics to push for it, but like the overall
Mm-hmm.
vision I have for it is that, like with the way that people push for Medicare for all, it would be a tax increase that would cover the costs. You would pay for the food production, and then you would pay the people who work in grocery stores, because it's going to be it's an aspect of central planning. But
Right. Right.
you would have to scan all the items that go out so that you would have all the information go to database, so that you could distribute the food as needed based on where it'd still be using market forces still, like people would go in, they'd choose their items, they'd scan them and leave, and then whatever is going on there is uh where they send more supplies and stuff.
Right. Well, that makes sense. Um, like I can see if we had enough, if we had more support uh, and more of an actual presence in the politics, the our government, if the left had an actual presence in the government right now, I could see trying to get that mostly possible. Like I think you get that relatively easily, and those people to cooperate. You know, hey asshole, how about we stop making the world worse for like 5 minutes? You know?
Well, okay, so with the process I think we need to take, honestly, is the same kind of process we need to take if we want to get Medicare for all. The tactics don't change here, because you need people who are able to push for these things in the broader political system. So obviously, if you want that done, you need to elect people who can push for them on a legislative level. We have some of them who can do this, but
Right.
we don't have enough. So if
Oh,
we get more people,
definitely. Yeah.
that's literally what it's about: coalition building, getting more
Mhm.
people, and convincing populations. So our job is to convince people why it's a good thing to push for these. Tactics is almost irrelevant if we don't have
Mhm.
enough people to get it through, because as leftists, we want people to
Yeah.
be willing to go along with this as opposed to try and force it down their throat.
Are you disparaging the holy name of Comrade Mao?
Yes. In some regards, I think he did some good things and some bad things. Just like I think with Lenin, Stalin, I just almost universally despise.
What I want to know is why did Mao hate those fucking sparrows so much?
Nobody will ever know.
Did a sparrow fuck his mom?
You know,
Was his
it's entirely
Mao is
possible.
secretly Mao's mother was secretly a furry?
I don't know if it was secret. I think that's why he hated the
Oh,
hello, Mr. Enderman, and all you spiders and that zombie.
based.
But so yeah,
I'm playing Borderlands 3 again.
nice. I am on solo world Minecraft that I haven't been on in a while. So I completely forgot where I was at, and I'm in a very scary place that I built my house into. Seems sustainable.
You're worrying about sustainability in Minecraft? Nah.
Yeah, I go so far as to replant trees and stuff.
That's based.
Now, there's nothing I can do about the resource gathering outside of stuff I can replace with planting, but when it comes to, so with like coal and whatnot, can't do anything about that. Sorry. But you know what?
Yeah.
I'm the only person fucking up this world, so I feel like the harm done is way lessened.
Mhm.
And I'm just trying to survive here, I mean, that's all it is. It's all survival.
I remember back in 2000 and I think 18, I saw a mod from Minecraft, and it was a villager replacer, and basically the person said these villagers look like Jewish stereotypes and it's bad, and like yeah,
Yeah.
the yeah, but also the mod, they looked like they had blackface on.
Oh, so
Like it
all
was
bad.
obviously unintentional. Yeah, it was obviously unintentional, but you kind of oopsied yourself there, my friendo.
Oh God. Yeah, I can't do anything about the villagers. I don't trust a whole bunch of mod packs. And also, if it unless it changes the noises they make, then it doesn't really do much because their noises are anti-Semitic like callbacks too.
Yeah.
Because it's just like the what is it, the Happy Merchant.
Hmm.
So
We really should have known that Notch was a Nazi before he came out as Nazi. We really should have figured that out.
oh God, yeah, but we don't.
It's like, yeah, no. It's just like there's when you find out that people are horrible, you think for a moment and you're like, oh wow, yeah, we should have seen that. Like, how the fuck did we not notice this shit?
And then you do everything you can to make sure that it's. Is that how you fuckers are trying to get into my house? Is you're just. I'm not looking at you.
Our house, comrade.
Not for this Enderman.
You racist against Enderman?
I don't like them taking the blocks that keep my house from the zombies getting in.
Mutual aid.
I don't like zombies. They just want to eat me, okay? I think it's perfectly reasonable to be against things that just want me dead.
The zombies are the true proletariat. You're petit bourgeois.
Fuck, now I have to go throw myself to them.
Yes, die, filthy capitalist. Eat the rich. No, eat Steve.
Right? Steve is the strongest man ever created.
Oh yeah, the compressing diamond in the block with your bare hands meme.
Yeah, well, and the amount of gold he can carry, somebody actually calculated it out because you can just fill your whole inventory with gold. You can fill shulker boxes full of gold
Six.
and put them into your shit. Gold blocks,
Well,
and they calculated the weight of
shulker
gold
boxes.
blocks.
Shulker boxes don't count though. Shulker boxes are fucking like bags of holding.
No, no,
I think that's
they just
canon.
no, they just they carry the stuff, but they don't despawn the items whenever you break the chest. You're still carrying the weight, and so you can fill
Hmm.
your entire inventory up with them with gold blocks. filling all the chests. And he can run around with it, no problem. And it was like 7,500 tons or something like that he's just running around with.
Fucking Ubermensch.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. But you know what?
Of course, not just a Nazi, and he made his main character in his game an Ubermensch.
Yeah, well, he also made the only thing that steals things completely black, and then it teleports.
Yep.
If I could get an Enderman reskinner, I probably would. But an Enderman is actually my Minecraft profile picture because I'm really lazy and didn't want to choose one.
Based laziness. I'm kind of just waiting for Renar Chat to fucking make a proletarian science meme about Minecraft now.
That is absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
Ah,
I follow. Neon's posts are so batshit insane, and I love it. It's just like, yes, I'm the perfect amount of autistic to both understand this and enjoy it greatly.
God damn it. Skeleton.
Like that
creeper.
actually, I think that it is interesting thing of being diversification autism spectrum is that we have a very there's a very unique sense of humor that almost all autistic people that I have encountered share. And it's hard to describe in words, but you hear it and you're like, yes, autism. My comrade, my brother.
Fuck. I've had a lot of people online call me autistic, but I honestly don't know. So, I just, whatever.
Autism and ADHD have very similar symptoms, and ADHD is a very common thing for is a very common neurodivergency. It could be that your ADHD of some variety, and your symptoms present themselves similarly to high functioning autism.
Yeah, I took one of those self-diagnosis autism tests that people were linking, and it was like 50 points or whatever, and if you got below a certain score, then you weren't, and I was at like 38. And they were like, yeah, possibly. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. But I don't actually know. I've never, like, bothered to do anything besides that, so.
You can be a little bit autistic as a treat.
Just a little as a treat. Excellent.
Give me a second.
I said, but he's limited on how many times you can say the R word.
God damn it, Alec. Alec made another joke. Did you hear it?
Kind of. I heard a voice in the background and something about R word.
He said that you, because you're only a little bit autistic, you're limited on how many times you can say the R word per month.
Well, fuck.
You have limited autistic privileges.
Limited privileges. Oh, okay. So on the intersectionality scale, where does this fit? I'd actually put myself at
Quick, let me do.
Fairly privileged on the intersectionality chart that every leftist obviously has.
Let me pull out my military calendar for the intersectionality chart.
Alright, so I don't support QAnon, so that's a point against my privilege. Fucking Trumpers.
Fucking Trumpers, man. Oh, my mom bought into QAnon hook, line, and fucking sinker
Oh God.
to the point where she thinks that the Dems rescued Epstein and saved him.
It, what?
There seems to be two different varieties of Epstein didn't kill himself, and that's he was assassinated, which is the correct version,
Yeah.
or the he was whisked away by the fucking pedophilic Democrats.
What the fuck?
I don't even know if that's a QAnon thing. I that might just be a my mom is fucking batshit thing.
Maybe I've never heard this before, but you know what? I don't keep up with all of the. I probably should better, but I don't keep up with all of that. Like that's a whole mess of worms
Turns
that I don't want to get into.
turns out having incredibly far right family members gives you excellent meme material.
Well, I mean, I hate to like my dad is a Trump supporter. Like, actually stopped watching
Cringe.
Fox News because Trump said that it was fake news because he was mad at them and said that they'd fallen to the Democrats. He told me that he didn't watch them for a
The
long time,
liberal Fox News.
right? The communist Fox News with their communist Chris Wallace, who's actually the only journalist I respect there.
Comrade Rupert Murdoch.
Comrade Murdoch. Yes. Murdoch and his communist Kalergi plan agenda.
Murdoch just shows up to a fucking red carpet event wearing a new Shanka.
Fuck.
I am, as you kids say, lit and proletariat pilled.
I would movement's over, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Either that
I
or
would,
hey, either that or we fucking won. You know.
True. There's always the possibility, however small, that a good thing happened.
Yeah, I mean, I would either way I would probably have to just commit suicide because that's, you know,
That's a
like,
game over moment.
yeah, it's straight up like in Minecraft into the ravine, straight up.
Dig straight down. Let's go.
Yeah, well, I have to go as high as possible. This has to take as much impact as I possibly can afford.
I am about to die. Yep, I died, and for a bullshit reason.
Oh, you know, that's the nature of video games, especially these days.
That is true. Yeah. Oh, speaking of video games, I have some juicy Bethesda gossip.
Ooh, always with the fucking lit ass like gossip and sources. I have to pay you one of these days.
I will. I would say no from a friendship point of view, but my bank account says yes.
Yeah, that's why I said someday because my bank account also is saying no, but
No.
the friendship part of me says yes, and also it is your labor. You deserve to be compensated for it.
Thank you. So we think that Microsoft has a third-party studio working on the next Fallout game.
Third-party studio, really?
So here's the thing that we know about how Bethesda functions and their whole timelines. It used to be that Bethesda just had Elder Scrolls and Fallout, so they would alternate between an Elder Scrolls release and a Fallout release. And then they started their work on their newest project. I'm blanking on the name. Starfield is the name. And it's basically going to be a Skyrim, but sci-fi.
Of course.
Same quest system, same controls, all that yada yada. It's going to be a Bethesda game. But the development of Starfield is taking a long time. And they have just begun development on Elder Scrolls 6. The last true game that Bethesda released was Fallout 4. The main series game was Fallout 4.
Really?
And yeah, it's with the current timeline. If Bethesda Studios, the one that made the Fallout, the one that made Fallout 3 and 4, and made Oblivion, Skyrim, and all that specific studio, if they are to make the next Fallout, it won't come out until 2030.
Jesus. So it would be a Diablo type situation.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. Bethesda is now owned by Microsoft.
Of course they are. What the fuck isn't?
Fallout 4 sold millions of copies. It was a success unrivaled by almost anything. Fallout 4, next to Skyrim, is Bethesda's most successful game.
Well, you know.
Is Microsoft gonna sit on this IP for almost 10 more years?
Well, of course not. It's Microsoft. Maximize profit.
Exactly. And what has the fan base been absolutely chomping at the bit for almost a decade about? New Vegas 2 or New Vegas Remastered.
Yeah, because
New Vegas was originally made by... Yeah. So, and we have leaks from credible leakers who have accurately predicted things years in advance. We had one who predicted Fallout 76, and one who predicted, I believe, the Skyrim Special Edition. And these leakers are not friends. They're not co-workers. They're not buddies at all. They don't really have any connection to each other. And they both have leaked that there is work on the Fallout IP going on in studios other than the main Bethesda studio that we know.
Ooh. Confirmation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like things that are confirmed.
So we have a reasonable certainty that we're getting something Fallout-y before 2030, and likely before the next Elder Scrolls game drops. Because currently Elder Scrolls is still completely under Todd Howard's team.
Yeah.
I think it's because Elder Scrolls is Todd's baby, and he wants it to remain his baby. Yeah. I think that honestly, Todd needs to fucking go, because almost all his decisions have led to worse games.
I played...
Like, almost all of his...
Let's see, I played a little bit of Morrowind. I've played a decent amount of Oblivion, but it's been a long time. And I played the absolute fuck out of Skyrim.
Same, bruh. So you know how in Skyrim, armor comes in chestplate and gauntlets and boots. And a helmet. That's your armor set, right?
Yeah.
And this was a direct decision from Todd Howard to simplify things down to make it more of an action RPG. Because, you know, in Morrowind, your armor is completely modular.
Yeah.
They brought back the modular armor system for Fallout 4 to an extent. So I think that they're trying to bring it back in Elder Scrolls 6. I think that's what they're going to try and do.
Which doesn't even have like any information on, like, there's nothing said about Elder Scrolls 6 except that
It's
in production.
It's either going to take place in High Rock or Hammerfell, or in between the two. We know that from the teaser that they gave, which wasn't even gameplay footage; it was just schematic. But the region that they showed off in their little flying around is very close to Hammerfell and High Rock. So my guess is it's going to take place in High Rock and also Hammerfell. Like, you're going to be able to go between the provinces to an extent. That's my guess.
Okay, which is sweet because I do like the ultra focused style that Morrowind and shit like that did.
Mhm.
Skyrim too, because it gave you more knowledge about the actual world. That is a gnarly ass fall into a pit. All right, but I think yeah,
Gnarly, dude.
it'll make it'll make for a more interesting game than having, because ESO. I mean, I played it for a while, but it costs $15 a month to actually play. You can technically play it for free, but then you can't carry like fucking anything because you're too busy trying to gather up all the resources
Yeah.
you need for your shit. But you know, the game wasn't too
I
bad.
never. You know what's fucked? I never got into ESO. What I got into heavy was the Elder Scrolls card game, the online card game they had. That's kind of like Hearthstone.
Wait, I never heard of this, but
I'm sorry to inform you about its existence because they fucking canceled it.
well, okay,
So
yeah.
they cut off all support. So
That's,
it doesn't exist anymore, which is a damn shame because it was super fun.
I mean, that's exactly what Magic the Gathering is doing to itself. So you know,
Oh my
cease to
god,
be a
don't get me
friend.
started about MTG. And don't get me started about fucking Games Workshop either.
Uh, they're just killing all the good things.
Did you hear the bullshit that Games Workshop
No.
they took down a really created series called TTS, and the fan series was the Emperor now has a text to speech feature, so the Emperor can now talk to us. It is all memes. It's all a joke, but it's also exploration of the lore. We get insights into characters. It was fucking fantastic, and the fucking effort that went into it. Oh my god, it was beautiful, and it brought in so much to the Warhammer community. And it was progressive, distinct. It was like specifically progressive.
Oh, hold on, you're roboting out real hard.
Endorsement. How about now?
You're good. You're good.
Okay. Yeah, they understood that Warhammer is a parody of fascism, not an endorsement.
Yeah. Like you're not.
Like it's. Hello.
Hello.
We good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Anyway, it's ridiculous to me how many fans of Warhammer there are that don't fucking get that.
Well, you got people that at least you used to. I don't know about now. I haven't checked in a while, but you had people like Arch Warhammer who was forced by Games Workshop to remove the Warhammer part of his name.
Yeah.
But you had people like him running around spouting off ridiculous bullshit. So they
Mm-hmm.
kind of people in the community found him because I mean you look up Warhammer 40K and you come across Arch Warhammer.
Yeah. Clever marketing on his part, but also shitty human being. So fuck him.
Yeah, super wrong, honestly. Like, but when you have that going on, you're gonna be way more likely to. Whoa, what is this? It's a coral reef. Okay, don't touch it. Don't be a fucking colonizer. I know it's in my nature with my pasty white skin, except for like half of my fucking ancestry. But you know,
My ancestors were colonizers. We colonized all over Europe.
oh, I am my different groups that can be attributed to me. I mean, I got like British and Polish, Polish Jew,
Mhm.
and then on my dad's side, I have a Cherokee and Blackfoot.
Yeah, I allegedly I have Cherokee, but I call bullshit. No. Either I don't have any Cherokee in me, or the amount is so insignificant that it doesn't even fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I've got. It was my great grandmother on my dad's side who was the only reason we're not on the tribal rolls is because they forced her into the boarding schools. Yeah, so they made her ashamed. So we never got on any
Yeah.
rolls because she was scared that the same kind of thing would happen to us.
Which, a valid fucking fear.
Yeah. And it's technically up to my dad to get us on the rolls, and he refuses because she didn't want us there.
I, I mean, it's kind of I can understand him wanting to honor that wishes, but at the same time, it shouldn't be up to him whether or not you can be part of the tribe.
Yeah, well, he just won't even go through anything to deal with it. But I can understand his resistance. I mean, his grandmother is a very special lady.
Yeah, that's understandable. Not the worst thing in the world.
No, and I mean, what am I missing out on? Oh, I think another reason is because government welfare.
My government.
My government. My son's not getting on no goddamn welfare. But why not, father?
he's he's a libertarian. What does that mean? It means he's scared of roads.
Oh my god. Still my favorite answer to that question is roads. Where we're going, we don't need any roads. Because in the future, we'll all have jetpacks. Like, no.
Unironically, jetpacks would be far more environmentally sustainable than cars are.
Actually, yeah. I mean, I don't dislike his answer, except for the fact that it was absolutely not well thought out, and he was just saying it because everybody else was like, "The roads will be toll funded," and the roads will be toll funded, and that's literally all of the answers that everybody there at that libertarian debate gave, except him.
You remember that fucking? You remember that clip, right? The one where the at the libertarian candidate debate where they were just trying to figure out who was going to be the libertarian candidate for president, and the question was asked: should people need a license to drive a vehicle?
Oh my god, yeah, and
And
most people were
everyone,
like, no. except for Gary Johnson.
Everyone except Gary Johnson.
Gary's like, I would like to see some level of
Ew.
expertise. And I'm like, okay, Gary Johnson is the only fucking reasonable person here. Are you kidding me?
And he got booed.
I know.
Got booed.
He was literally the only reasonable person there. Period. End of subject. Not just the only reasonable candidate. No.
Gary Johnson seems like a really cool uncle. Like, you don't, like, we don't agree with Gary Johnson, but Gary Johnson is fun.
Yeah, I mean, he's weird about mountains, you know. Generally.
Yeah.
But
I do love that he offered to fist fight Donald Trump and called him a pussy.
you know, I do too, and that kind of stuff is great. Joe Biden, like, there's a different kind of thing. Like, it was Vosh was actually talking about it with
Like the
Biden,
push-up contest.
Well, the Biden and Trump like are obviously deteriorating, but in different ways. And Biden's is
Yeah.
calling somebody a lying dog-faced pony soldier and then threatening to slap a voter. And Trump would never actually do that.
But Biden might, that crazy old bastard.
No, Biden did.
Yeah.
He both called somebody a lying dog-faced pony soldier and then threatened to slap a different voter. And then he called another voter instead of calling him anything that could be a name, he just called him fat. He's like, hey, look, fat.
Based.
And I'm just like, Jesus.
No, for anyone listening, no, that is not based. I'm just being fucking funny.
This is it's shitposty memes, honestly.
Yeah.
It's the thing the left is the best at. Organizing,
You see,
we should be good at it, but for some fucking reason.
You know what I think is fucking weird about Vosh's community? The amount of dick riding of Biden that a lot of them do.
Yeah, okay, so I can at least point out why I think that's the case. And it's because he's trying
Sock
to
dems.
Well, sock dems, and he's literally trying to he's stated quite a few times that his stream is meant to literally pull over the people he thinks would be amicable if they heard the right kinds of arguments. The edgy libertarians, the younger people who for some reason are starting to fall down the alt-right pipeline, stuff like that. That's why he was as edgy as he was when he first started. That's why he said so many divisive things. Is because he wanted to pull over the people who were just like, oh, the left is a whole bunch of just scared, petty SJWs, and he's just like, nah, look at me. And that's why he gets canceled so much.
And I think his strategy has worked, considering that besides, like in terms of live streaming, he's the second largest leftist live streamer. Maybe the second largest political live streamer. Period.
I think he's the biggest leftist.
He's larger than Destiny.
Yeah. He's larger than Mike PA.
He's bigger than Destiny. And like all the right wingers got kicked off Twitch and YouTube and Live.
Except for people like Tim Pool.
How terrible do you? Okay, yeah, my bad. Tim Pool does count as a live streamer.
But yeah,
I wasn't. I thought of Tim Pool more as like a fucking podcaster than a live streamer. Yeah, no, Tim Pool does count. Okay, but like, Vosh is only behind Hassan in terms of lefty circles, I think.
Oh yeah, true. Fucking Hassan.
Yeah.
You bring up a good point.
Jones meme.
He totally roboted out there.
The Alex Jones meme.
Oh yeah. I will eat.
His name is Hassan.
Yeah, in one of the Discord channels, I think. Here, is it in the?
Oh yeah.
In general, I think
I'll eat him up. Like corn on the cob.
Yeah, I
I
fucking
will eat
love that.
your leftist ass.
Like corn on the cob. I'm ready.
Come, I'm ready. I will eat you.
I'm in the same boat as Hassan when it comes to Alex Jones. I fucking love Alex Jones because I do not take him seriously at all.
Alex Jones is weird to me because I know people who enjoy his content seriously. Can you guess who those people are?
Uh, Generally, people in your family who are right wing.
Ah, look at him. He got the big brain. Yep.
Yeah, my I've actually got a real life libertarian friend who likes Alex Jones, and I'm not entirely sure it's for ironic reasons.
Wait, libertarians exist in real life?
Yes,
What the
like
fuck?
voted for Joe Jorgensen and everything.
Joe Jorgensen is probably was the least problematic right wing figure that you could have voted for in that election.
Well, I mean,
And
yeah,
yeah,
you you
still
you had
still
Trump
terrible.
or Joe Jorgensen, unless you were in Oklahoma,
Wasn't
and then
there
you had Trump.
wasn't there another party that got on ballots? Never mind. My brain's malfunctioning because I had to. I clocked in to work at 5 a.m. this morning. No. I clocked in at 7 a.m. I got up at 5 a.m. So my
Yeah.
brain's a little,
What time
yeah.
is it there?
And
Eastern?
work was it's we're on EST.
Okay, because I'm in Oklahoma, so I think I'm in Central. It is currently
My
7:08.
yeah, you're about an hour behind me.
Okay, so it's 8 o'clock there.
So yeah, I woke up at 4 a.m. your time.
Fuck that! I woke up at 5 a.m. my time,
Mhm.
6 a.m.
Yeah.
your time. So yeah, you've been awake way longer than I have at this point. If you end up needing to just go to sleep, then I understand that. That's perfectly fine.
No, it's all good. I don't work tomorrow or
Yo,
Sunday, so yeah.
Ian, was Kanye West on your ballot? Because in my area, I only had two fucking options. I couldn't even write in anybody. There was no Howie. There was no
I
There was a no Kanye. There was no Joe.
mhm.
It was all I got was Donald Trump, Joe Biden.
We had an option for write-in, but only Republican and Democrat were displayed on the machine.
Oh wow, yeah, I just wrote in.
Yeah,
I tried to write in, but because I'm in Oklahoma, my vote will literally never go to the Democrat, and it was super fucking far away. So I was gonna write in Howie,
yeah.
but no write-in slot.
Hmm. I think not having a write-in slot is actually illegal federally.
I'm not entirely sure because the states get broad leeway on how they can run their elections.
True. Because America has this stupid fucking concept of we are one nation made out of 50 nations. Fuck off with
Yeah,
that bullshit.
that's why we are the only really along with an independent. Oh wow, so you have more choices than I did.
Yeah.
Literally, my ballot was super short. For president, you had the two options, and you had everything else involving the any congressional shit and the state involved shit, and that was
I
it.
think the only Democrats that won in our area won because they were either running unopposed or because they were running against other Democrats.
Yep, that would tend to make a lot of sense in you know fucking shitty Republican areas. I fucking hate living in a Republican area. Although I will give, because I'm not a partisan hack, I will give my mayor some credit. He didn't do the worst job during COVID and
All
stuff.
right.
He did push a mask mandate in the city and whatnot, and he's a Republican
Mm.
mayor.
So a non-genocidal individual with a republic with a R next to their name. That's actually
Yeah,
uncommon.
yeah, I know. I was surprised because I was like, this guy's like some kind of Democrat. He's like kind of a conservative Democrat. Nope, he's a liberal Republican.
Oh shit, we found the actual rhino.
Yeah, and it's the mayor of my city.
And much like the rhino, endangered.
Yeah, my city don't like him too much. At least some of the people I've come across. Although, okay, so I was fucking dying. I can't help myself when I hear somebody mention like communist, especially because I mean I live in Oklahoma and I deliver out to rural Oklahoma. And
Yeah.
when I'm out making a delivery and I hear anybody mention the word communist Joe Biden, I can't help myself. I have to interject and go,
Joe Biden's not a communist.
I go, what do you mean communist Joe Biden? I'm like, well, Joe Biden's a Marxist. I'm like, I go, how? Uh, I'm like, do you know what Marxism is? And they, of course, they never
You
actually
broke the
did.
NPC dialogue tree.
Yeah, no,
You broke the NPC dialogue tree.
yeah. As long as they don't actually know the dialogue tree very well, you can break it super fucking easy, and it literally just takes asking that
Yeah.
question: what is a Marxist?
How? What is a Marxist? What is a Marx?
Who do you even know who Karl Marx is? Is that something that you are actually aware of?
Yeah, he was the president of the Soviet Union.
Oh, I'd love to hear that one, but sadly, most conservatives know who Joseph Stalin is. Sadly, Joseph Stalin existed.
Sadly existed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even gonna fucking sugarcoat this one. Stalin did more harm to leftism than he ever could have done. He did more harm to leftism than any good Marx, Engels, Lenin, Trotsky, Rosa Luxemburg, Bakunin, anybody has ever done good for leftism. Like he did way more harm.
Stalin is an excellent example of how leftism can be easily co-opted because leftism, unlike fascism, is a fucking wide variety of beliefs that are just centered around, hey, maybe we shouldn't do the worst fucking thing humanly possible.
Yeah, pretty fucking much. Yo, that's a cool mountain shape. Look at that. What is that? I'm gonna have to.
I would, but your stream won't load on my internet.
That's okay. So you're on Discord. Let me see if I can get this to work. Hold on. Bow.
Yay, I get to look at
There. I just broadcast it to Discord. I think that. Oh, I'm sorry. I think that overloaded it. I'm sorry. Hello.
Nope, I don't. I'll just watch the VOD.
Yeah, it's just a cool cave
Hello?
mountain shape. It looks kind of like a dog. It looks like a dog that has a backpack. Oh, puppy mountain. Okay. That is now officially Puppy Mountain, and
Okay,
nobody can convince me otherwise.
based Puppy Mountain.
Fucking poggers.
Have I ever told you about the podcast I want to start called Queer Mountain?
No, but that is
Or no, Mount Queer.
That is an interesting segue to it. But let's
Mount
hear about it.
Mount Queer is a podcast that me and my boyfriend want to do once we get the fuck out of the South and onto a goddamn mountain. And basically, the concept it's just going to be telling the stories of our queer commune type situation we want to build.
Oh fuck yeah!
And with our goats and animals that we rescue and shit like that. Because the goal is to get the fuck out of the South, set up a place that we can have like runaway queer people or queer people in need come to be able to have a place to live. Because that's oftentimes a problem with queer youth is that they get kicked out and have nowhere to go.
Yeah, absolutely. That's actually one of the number one things I've noticed. I was reading a
Very
thread earlier about one of the people I follow, one of the trans people I follow. Uh, uh, fuck, I don't want to mess up pronouns. I don't remember their pronouns. I'm pretty sure it was actually, yeah, no, it was she, because they were, yeah. But
Okay.
her parents found the needles for their DIY estrogen, and
Right.
they weren't sure what to do because they didn't know it was estrogen, but they found the needles and thought it was heroin, and they were like, should I tell them it's estrogen? Should I tell them that they're from a friend or whatever? It's like, well, it kind of really
Mm-hmm.
depends on your parents. Would they rather you be a drug addict? Because if so, you can just tell them it's heroin.
Oh boy.
So that's
Yeah.
I've come across, and I mean, not that I've personally experienced that. I've been kicked out of my house before, but that was for a completely different reason. But
Hey, same.
the dissociation between my family is a general rule, and both of my older siblings, who are both trans, like
Hmm.
my family,
Yeah.
as a general rule, has been very poor about respecting anything about their identity.
Hmm.
The constant dead naming, the misgendering, all of that.
Yeah. My sibling is non-binary and they them pronouns. And they have a fairly complicated relationship with my mother and stepfather in that they're at this point I don't think they're fully out to my mom and stepdad, uh, but like they're obviously queer
Right.
and obviously not conservative, and I'm fairly certain the only reason why my sibling has not been kicked out of the house is because they kicked me out of the house, and I haven't spoken to my mother in over a year.
Based. They want to be talked to.
Yes,
Talk them.
based.
Which is why I don't blame my siblings for
Exactly.
not talking to uh, any of, because they're my half siblings technically, but raised constant,
Mhm.
like from the day I was born, I didn't know outside of being told that they had different fathers. But that was to explain the concept
Right.
of half siblings and stuff to me. But
Hmm.
I mean, when when I was when they came out as trans, both of them. One of them was AMAB, that's the oldest, and the other one was AFAB, and they
Hmm.
literally just swapped.
Bro, can we trade genders real quick?
That's literally like the way that a lot of people who understand are
Hmm.
essentially putting it. Like they just kind of they just swapped. Hey, can I borrow your gender?
Sure.
We could just trade real
Hey,
quick.
can I copy your Hey, can I copy your gender? Sure, just change it a little bit so no one notices.
Yeah, and that seems to be like the way that they've dealt with it. I mean, it went through a process with the oldest sibling. It took her a while. She
Mm-hmm.
went from uh, a bunch of different phases about through self discovery, but with the second oldest sibling, my older brother, he right to it as soon as he figured it out. That was it. and
How
now
very manly of him.
he's fucking jacked.
Yeah. Uh, shit. I had something that I was gonna say, and then I forgot what it was. Fuck. Anyway, yeah, family is cringe a lot of the time,
Sadly,
and the
yeah.
fact that we are, yeah, the fact that we are expected to form basically permanent, never-ending social bonds with these people, regardless of the content of their character, is cringe entirely.
Jade Simmons, Brock Pierce. Wow. Okay, sorry, I just saw those messages. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. But yeah, no. That's why, like, and people misquote the thing all the time about blood is thicker than water.
Yeah, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb.
Yep. So I mean,
Yeah, my
even
mom
if you
tried to
take
hit
their dumb shit
my mom.
argument,
Yeah,
you just spit out the actual like I could I need to push the religious socialist phase, but I'm not religious, so I'd have to study a lot of reading the Bible so I could just spout off fucking passages constantly where it's like, here's a socialist message, here's a socialist message, here's a socialist message. You're all going against the
I
will of
would
God.
I'd recommend if you're going to read the Bible to try to avoid try to avoid the standard translations that are used by the vast majority of churches,
Oh
and
yeah,
go with the most up to date translation of the old sources that you can.
yeah, because I can't trust fucking newer sources. I made it back to my
No.
house.
Honestly, the Bible in and of itself is a shitty fucking document that is basically a fan theory, a fan fiction mixed with actual works that was collected by the fucking Council of Nicaea and all that bullshit.
Oh yeah, I mean, but if I'm gonna be trying to appeal to people in like the South, rural Oklahoma, Georgia, wherever the fuck other people are watching me from. I've
Yeah,
got some people who are watching me from the UK that tune in occasionally. I don't know why. I mean, based, I'm getting some UK support. I appreciate it and all that, but
it's all Sean. It's all Sean.
yo, if Sean is tuning in and watching my content and he's not fucking subscribed to me, dick move, bro. I'm subscribed to you. I love your content. I think you're an idiot on Twitter, but
He, he he hate watches you specifically because he's scared of Bosch is the only reason.
but I'm not Vosh. I'm not a mean yelly debate guy. I like to have these nice conversations. We could talk. I mean, I like his content.
But you see, there's a problem here. You use live streaming, like you do live streaming, and apparently he just hates live streamers in general.
This is true. He does. Well, fuck. Come on, Sean. Lighten up a little bit. This is just I do it for fun. I don't make money on it. At least there's that. I physically can't make money off of it, and you couldn't call me a grifter for it. Because I mean, out of the two of us, which one makes money off of YouTube? Wait, he likes Dan Arrows. Three Arrows?
Yeah, yeah, they get along.
And Three Arrows is a live streamer. I,
I think,
I'm subbed to his
it,
Twitch.
I think that's one of those you're one of the good ones situation.
Oh, okay. Because
I think
he also likes Hassan, but
it's mostly a case of he's salty that he got called out for being a Bernie buster.
yeah, because the Bernie or bust position was super fucking like doomer nihilist bullshit. It didn't accomplish anything.
Yep. It's like,
people just don't like it when you
is
call them out for
Biden
their bad
horrible?
strategy.
Yes. Yes. Like, even though I don't watch Bosch anymore, I do agree with his critique of the modern left, the American modern left, in that a lot of people treat this not as a political movement, but as a fucking social club, and we need to not.
Yeah,
Like, we can have social clubs. We can have social clubs in the left. Fuck yeah, I love social clubs. That's based.
but
But
you don't need to treat the entire fucking movement as a social club.
and also specifically, you don't need to treat recruitment, and you don't need to treat fucking areas that are focused on activism specifically, like a social club.
Uh-huh. No, the social club could be like a physical location you guys have, part of the commune or
Like,
something. But or
like
a fucking Discord server or whatever.
you're in my group chat. You're part of my leftist social club.
Yeah, the clout co-op. Because obviously we are all clout
Exactly.
chasers. Every single person in there clout chasing lefty. Obviously, duh.
Do you want to know the origins of Clout Co-op?
No, I have no idea what's. I do want to know, but I have no idea what's going on with it.
The origins of Clout Co-op was I got together a whole bunch of lefty accounts that I was mutuals with, and I put them all in a group chat and said, "This is the Clout Co-op. This is an area where you can post your tweets, and we will like and retweet them. And if we post our tweets, you'll do the same." It was an effort to basically artificially boost the Twitter algorithm to get more lefty content on Twitter popular.
Ooh, okay, nice praxis.
Exactly.
It's just a support group.
And now it's basically just a friendly group chat with a couple of regular members, because most of the people slowly left the group chat, and we didn't really replace them all that much.
Right. Yeah.
And the focus has definitely shifted to meme around and be friends with each other and social interaction, rather than boost our accounts. But that's why we called it the Clout Co-op, because uh, we're all here to support each other and make sure that our posts get attention and stuff.
Always just chasing clout. Every single person in there is we're all live streamers just chasing clout, and so we're boosting each other. That's the only reason. I know the secret. Clout.
If Demon Mama is the third iteration of Vosh, that makes me the fourth iteration. No, that makes you the fourth iteration, which makes me the fifth iteration, which makes Ace the sixth iteration, which makes
You know what? I am perfectly
we're all
okay
Destiny
with this.
clones.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're all Destiny clones.
Because could I be called a Destiny clone? Because I don't actually do debates. That is the question. Are you a zombie villager?
Are you mostly white and have facial hair?
I do have a beard. I can go shave it real quick. It's just like a little beard.
Too late. You're stained.
That's it.
Too late. You're stained, Mister. You're Mr. Beneblo now.
And I have really long hair, kind of like I'm actually closer to Dylan Burns in that regard.
Dylan Burns has been cringe lately for some fucking reason.
I don't know. I haven't seen some of his more recent content. I've watched a few like little things pop up, but I don't follow him too closely. I just mostly watch when he's talking foreign policy stuff, because I mean, he literally is the only person I know of who actually knows what the fuck he's talking about. So
yeah, Dylan Burns knows his fucking shit on foreign policy. I will never say that he doesn't, but he's been cringe in terms of the online leftist space and his place in the online leftist space. And it seems like he's trying to pull, it seems like he was preparing to pull a Riley Grace Rochon, in that cutting ties with the the Vosh and Demon Mama sides of the left and focusing on becoming a
A
part
Destiny.
of Destiny's umbrella. The Destiny umbrella, but I don't think that he's gone through with it fully.
Well, I
He
don't think he's
has
actually
been
going to.
overly charitable.
He has
Yeah.
been super charitable to Destiny, and to be fair, he misinterpreted the way that somebody did a vote on the Hippy Dippy Championship and gave the belt to Destiny, and said,
Yep.
and he did say
Zan
that
was robbed.
Zan was robbed.
Zan was fucking robbed. Like I didn't even watch it live. I just because I can't watch live streams almost ever live.
Right.
But like, Demon Mama got treated like absolute shit. Zan got treated like shit. Like Jesus Christ, what? Dylan, what are you doing here?
Supposedly with Zan, it was a misunderstanding
Yeah.
between him and Dylan. Or at least that's what they both tweeted out.
But yeah, I'm glad that Zan is a good sport about it, because I wouldn't have been.
Right. I mean, and Demon Mama holds her own in pretty much every regard. That's why I do
Yeah.
like and respect Demon Mama so much.
Demon Mama is. I like Demon Mama a lot because, well, I relate to her a lot. Like, I'm like, yes, we have gone through very similar bullshit. Both being raised in a Christian cult, although I never actually really believed. I just got the fuck out while I could, when I could, but, I was raised in a fucking like my mom tried to force me to go on trips with this non-denominational church that was basically just a Christian cult.
Cringe.
Big juicy cringe.
Fuck, did I really leave?
But huh?
I left all my wood in my chest upstairs.
No, you have some in your pants.
This is true. But I don't want to use that to make this tool.
Steve's dick is literally made of oak.
Oak dick.
You know the spell in Skyrim, Oak Flesh?
Oh god. I never thought of this.
I can show you the world.
Shiny, shimmering oak dick.
If that oak dick ain't shining and shimmering, I don't want it.
I don't know if I want it, even if it is. I mean, as a general rule.
Oh, fun fact. Fun fact. In archaeology, ritual object or ritual use is code for either we have no fucking clue what this is for, or it's code for we don't want to say what this was for. We have found several Stone Age dildos carved out of ivory, of stone, of wood, everything.
Look,
Dildos made out of everything, and they are all classified as ritual objects.
Yeah, what they want? What are you gonna say? Like, yeah, we found a whole bunch of dicks. People like fucking. Like, that's fairly obvious in my opinion.
Turns out, over millions, hundreds of thousands in our case, but over hundreds of thousands of years of evolution, humans still like this whole sex thing that's going on. It's a fad.
It turns out that the female orgasm wasn't invented in the fucking 1980s by liberal feminists, and they actually do like getting off. Who would have ever thought?
That is the saddest fucking thing. Men who genuinely believe that the female orgasm doesn't exist, like, oh, you poor son of, your poor wife, oh god.
What have you been doing this entire time? Like,
when they said bumping uglies, they didn't mean bumping your face against hers.
Like, bro, if she's wet and she says, no, don't stop, then you don't stop.
Now, hypothetically, if the pussy is in fact a wet ass P word,
Should you continue to drill it until she comes? A female orgasm is male
hypothetically,
exploitation.
oh God, I'm I'm not being I'm not being compensated for.
See, a man has to put in disproportionate effort
No,
to get a
but
female to orgasm, whereas a female only has to lay there, and a man will do all of the work for himself. Jesus Christ, Ben.
oh my God. Hypothetically speaking, if you were to say in this hypothetical scenario, park that Big Mac truck inside this little garage.
The one line they didn't actually
That's my
get
bad.
in the fucking parody. Why? I wanted to hear that line. That's all I wanted, and they failed me.
How's my Ben impression?
It's not bad. It's actually okay. So, in a game that my one of my best friends is making, it's like a zombie apocalypse campaign thing. The
Cool.
character I'm playing is like a left-wing Ben Shapiro. I'm a lawyer, do the voice and everything. And honestly, when you bring it, when you get right down to it, hypothetically, you could say that I'm actually much more of a badass than Ben Shapiro because I am trying to survive in a zombie apocalypse. And as a left winger, I believe in the ownership of guns, arming the proletariat. And so, the other problem is that I'm actually a pacifist, so that becomes a huge problem for my zombie killing team.
I have a very bad news for you, my friend.
What is this?
You've made alternate universe Caleb Maupin.
Oh fuck. No. Wait. Is Caleb Maupin or Ben Shapiro?
You see, no, Caleb Maupin is the Nazgul's Ben Shapiro.
Okay, yeah, fair. Fair. That is a good distinction. Who the fuck is
Our Ben Shapiro is Jimmy. Our
Jimmy
Ben
Dore?
Shapiro is
That
Jimmy
I
Dore,
think he's also
obviously.
kind of a
No.
well, he's kind of a Nazball as well. I think it's Mike from PA. Although
You know,
some people have called Vosh the left wing Ben
no, no,
Shapiro, but
no.
I think that's just because they're mad that Vosh has literally like blown out all of their fucking right wing debate lords.
Yeah, no, Vosh is not the equivalent to Ben Shapiro. Our equivalent to Ben Shapiro is probably somebody boring, like either let's see, someone who talks fast and is known for being a debate lord, but is also
Sock done left?
maybe
Destiny?
Xanderville. So, Destiny more. Also, I don't want Destiny.
Yeah, I guess we can't really call Destiny on our side because he's not a leftist. Sock done left, I don't know.
Destiny's almost a fucking Republican at this point. He's gotten so fucking cringe.
Yeah,
And he's doing it specifically because he's mad at lefties.
of course, that's what he does. That's, again, pulling from Vosh here, that's why he's called Spitestiny.
Yeah.
It's like,
If you ever disagree with him,
he just tries and rips you a new one. What's really funny is when I was listening to a debate between Vosh and Destiny at one point, and Vosh was describing anarcho-syndicalism being the end goal, but the phase he wants to step towards is, market socialism. And Destiny's like, well, describe that. And he's like, well, where all the players, all the businesses and shit is worker co-ops, blah, 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 and just describes it. And he goes, well, that's just still capitalism.
But is he wrong? No, yeah.
No, because fundamentally,
I know. I just like making fun of market socialists. It's fun.
Yeah, it's just, but it's still one of those things. It's like, no, Destiny, you're wrong here. It's not still capitalism because there's no capitalists.
Mm-hmm.
he's like, but then they're just gonna exploit themselves more and more. Maybe, but data hasn't shown that. So I looked at some pretty
I
extensive
like how
data.
Destiny. I like how Destiny opens up to an ML talking point.
Oh yeah, that's Destiny is well. He says he's the most consistent person when he debates, and Infrared also said that Destiny was more consistent.
Bullshit.
But Destiny, yeah, he's the least consistent, and he backtracks
Bullshit.
on so much fucking shit, dude. Like, how can you tell me with a straight face that
Also,
Destiny is consistent and that Vosh isn't?
how do you have an opinion on infrared? That is more irrelevant than me.
Like, I don't know. People
Like, I
it's
legit was
ridiculous.
surprised that you knew who that fuck was.
With what?
I was legit surprised that you know who infrared is.
Infrared's a fucking
Like that
idiot.
guy, unless he's gotten really popular. I know, but he's like a performance artist. Like, I refuse to believe that anyone is truly that fucking ridiculously stupid. You know,
You'd think that. Have you not seen his debate with Vosh?
I have, and that's the only thing I've ever seen from infrared, and that's with good performance. That will be
Yeah, I mean, see, I came across him because of
infrared
that.
joins the stream. Infrared,
Like,
yeah,
I came across him because of that, and then I was just like, you know what? Maybe he was just put off because he was mad that Vosh was just sitting there making fun of him. Let's face it, Vosh literally just made fun of him after the first like
yeah,
5 minutes of trying to discuss things. But once he was like, no, I'm not going to give you a
which was the
definition for
appropriate
this.
response.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously there's when is Vosh ever wrong about anything? I mean, but jokes aside, because I have
Oh
my own
God,
criticisms of the guy, but
fellow anarcho-Bidenist,
right. I mean,
fellow
I
anarcho-Bidenist.
did recognize through the theory that I read because I told people the same thing on Facebook. That's actually another reason I got kicked out of a few left-leaning Facebook groups and shit. Is I told people to vote for Biden because
Yeah,
Lenin, Marx, Engels, Bakunin, all of them would have told you to vote for Biden. People were very mad at this.
yep. Because voting is a measure that can be used effectively or ineffectively, and we don't have a lot of room to be making ineffective choices.
Yep, but no, these people are extraordinarily smooth-brained. But yeah, so I went and read some theory and came and started listening to some infrared stuff, and I checked out a little bit of his content and concluded that he is either a parody meant to make fun of what people what Republicans think lefties are like, or he's actually that just that critically dumb. I don't want to be ableist with him, but I don't know what I don't know what causes this. I don't.
Uh,
Is it because of American
American
imperial?
culture causes this.
Is it American imperialism?
Yes,
Because if that's the case, then I mean, I guess
it always is.
I can understand it. I don't know if I could still necessarily excuse it because just because I know the causes for something doesn't mean I have to excuse it.
Yep.
There are consequences to American imperialism, and infrared is one of them.
Disasters.
It's fucking banger tweet right there. I'm not even gonna lie.
Feel free to steal it. I don't want that fucker name searching and finding my account. Fuck that. Because you know he fucking name searches like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah. I mean, to be fair, who doesn't try and name search a little bit every once in a while? If you make content online, you kind of
Me,
need to.
bitch.
Well, if you make content online, you need to see kind of
I
what
make
people are
art.
hiding replies to know if it. Because a lot of people shit talk you and not actually tell you specifically. They'll just be like, uh, your video was cringe, bro, and it's like, okay, well, in what way? How could I improve? What are your actual like arguments. What's going on here? Do you want to talk about it? And then literally no reply. And then you can find people later being like, I just didn't like his delivery or whatever, and you're like, oh, okay, so you don't like my style, and that's fine. Or I thought he was a soy
Mhm.
boy, in which case, okay, well, you're you're fucking dumb. I don't care.
I love how the entire Republican obsession with soy is based around the idea that plant estrogen can make you girly.
Right? It's like, no, motherfucker. You know that thing you put in your cereal every fucking morning? That has more of a chance of making you
Yeah.
girly. Because that's animal estrogens.
Mammal, like mammalian estrogens specifically, not even
Yeah.
just, you know, like as close to human estrogen as you are going to find.
Like, literally nothing else is going to come even close. It is not going to match it in the slightest.
And like, if soy genuinely did feminize people, do you know how many trans women or trans femme people in general would just be like the soy markets would be
Explode.
overflowing? Yeah, like overnight.
Yeah, there would literally be no problems. Like, the soy industry. Oh, we have problems with getting rid of all these soybeans. No, you fucking don't. Not anymore.
Nope.
That's not how it works.
Girl mode milkshakes become a thing. Like,
Oh my god.
like
Destiny.
literally.
Stop it, Destiny.
Uh-oh. What's
Okay.
Destiny doing?
Destiny, let's see. There's a girl, she said, a guy approached me and I was obviously drunk and alone. He smiled at me a lot and stared at me a lot. I got so scared. He had the same eyes. I hate this. I'm home safe. I'm not okay at all. He asked for my number 3 times. Hey, come on, girl, just give me your number. And Destiny replied with the traumatic experience of being talked to. Oh my god, how did you ever survive, Queen? To which
Destiny, this is insult shit.
uh
Jesus Christ.
Danny $6 OnlyFans said, if you're a small person, just don't go where people shouldn't aggress on you as hard as they do. Yeah, because men are because creepy men are creepy. I can't see the rest of the thread. To which he said, then don't go out drinking as a 90-pound woman. Is this really that hard? And then you people need to go eat grass. Holy fuck, it's actually unreal. Those are all Destiny takes.
Literal victim blaming. Literal fucking victim blaming. Like,
To which every single person right now
like,
on my screen, actively on my screen, is I really hate Destiny so much. Destiny is just the worst fucking person. Another day in another instance of Destiny being needlessly cruel and absolutely misusing his platform.
Pepe La D and his consequences have been disastrous for the human race.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? That's a tweet right now.
Jesus. Go ahead.
His
I got bangers for
existence
days.
have been a disaster for the human race. Oh, and then the parody account. I love the parody
Yeah,
account.
yeah.
The double I omni
Yeah.
liberal. God
I
damn it.
that's fucking great. And the double I mic from PA I sent you.
Yeah, I showed that on stream earlier because that's the best fucking thing. Oh, Keffel's over here
Based.
retweeting Destiny's "Then Don't Go Out Alone." Drinking as a 90-pound woman. It literally, Bob posting retweeted it saying they call me Mr. Insanity, and Keffel's retweeted that saying this is literally if you don't want to be raped, why did you dress like that?
Yeah, literally. What I'm confused by is we have confirmation that Destiny gets laid. We have confirmation that Destiny's dick does in fact get sucked. Why is he tweeting incel shit?
Because he's an idiot. Wait, hold on. What is
Like,
this?
Has been outed time and time and time
spicy?
again.
Did that come through on my end to you, or do I need to link this to you?
No.
It didn't come through. Here, I will.
See if it did. I'm talking to you through my phone.
I will send this to you so you can listen to it in a little bit, but I have to listen to this unhinged 45 or 50 something second rant from Jimmy Dore about Ryan Grimm.
Outed. Ryan Grimm
So, give me one moment.
has now been outed time and time and time again. The Intercept has been outed time and time and time again as being an enemy of the people, as being an enemy.
Ryan Grimm has been outed time and time and time again. The Intercept has been outed time and time again as being the enemy of the people.
Enemy of Medicare for all.
The enemy of Medicare for all.
As running interference for politicians.
As running interference for politicians, of course.
And other YouTubers still fucking talk about that guy like he's a good journalist.
And YouTubers still talk about that guy like he's a good journalist. Oh, yes. Ryan Grimm, the poor journalist. Unlike Glenn Greenwald, who calls Tucker Carlson a socialist. Unlike Max Blumenthal and Aaron Mate, who, I want to point out, Max Blumenthal is paid by RT and Sputnik, both Russian state media, and he pays Aaron Mate, and both of them bought into this dumbfuck IPCW whistleblower nonsense and reported on it heavily. But, no, Ryan Grimm is the bad reporter here.
Instead of an enemy of the progressive movement. And shame on those motherfuckers.
An enemy of the progressive movement. They're enemies of the progressive movement, and shame on those motherfuckers. Okay,
I'm calling them out.
And I'm calling them out, but you won't go talk to Sam Cedar, Jimmy. Why will you not go talk to Sam Cedar? Why won't you talk to Matt Binder or Matt Leck? Why won't you go talk to Vosh? Why won't you talk to me, Jimmy? I don't have a fucking following. Come on, Jimmy. I have 49 subscribers. I'm not a debater. You want to yell at me? We can go back and forth. I will definitely yell at your stupid ass. I don't like doing the yelling, but you want to get it in? Come on. We can verbally beat each other up. And I will win. Because you do not match up to my brain. And I'm an idiot.
Jimmy won't do it. No balls.
Nope, Jimmy will
not.
No balls. Well, of course he won't do it.
No balls.
He only goes after the women, which is why occasionally he'll attack Rokana, but that's because Rokana's brown. That's my personal assumption about it, but think about it.
I mean,
he's going after Ryan Grimm right now, but that's just because it's Ryan Grimm, and he's mad at him.
I think it's fair to assume that Jimmy, being a reactionary, misogynistic, transphobic, sexist piece of shit, is probably also racist. Yeah, I think that's fair to assume.
Yeah, probably. All right, we're at 24 out of 53 seconds. Let's see.
We should all be calling them out because these are desperate times. And those motherfuckers who are running interference for Bernie Sanders and Ryan Grimm and the Young Turks and all those
all those desperate motherfuckers running interference for Bernie Sanders, the Young Turks, Ryan Grimm. He's just mad because Bernie Sanders realizes that his spot now is to be a kinder, moderating influence and pushing people more towards the left from behind the scenes instead of being an outright activist, it being like a bajillion years old and was here fighting in the American Revolution. That's how old the man is. He's ancient. He is America's literal grandfather.
Bernie Sanders was around to kick George Washington's ass.
Yeah, he beat his ass. Old George is like, I got slaves, and Bernie's like, no, you don't! Get back here!
Oh, God. Imagine American communism, but they kept... imagine if the Founding Fathers were communists, but they kept slavery.
I don't think
Our slave, comrade.
I don't think that would necessarily work. That's just more Pharaohism shit.
Oh, God.
Those people have health care. Those people are millionaires, lots of them.
Those people have health care.
Ryan Grimm.
Lots of them. Oh, yes, because you, Jimmy Dore, who backed Tulsi Gabbard, with her public fucking option instead of Medicare for all, who has millions upon millions of dollars, can criticize other people for, supporting Bernie Sanders or criticizing you. Because I know what he's doing here. He's saying, oh, they're throwing their support behind TYT. No, they're just acknowledging that you are a disgusting piece of shit. That's all they're doing. Now,
I don't even watch. I don't even watch TYT, but I hate Jimmy Dore, so I'll side with them.
yeah, especially in the case of like the sexual harassment thing, he goes on as
Oh
that.
God.
The thing that gets me is he's like, sexual harassment. What are you talking about? Uh, you remember that apology letter? Yeah, I remember that apology letter that I wrote. It was for that one specific instance of sexual harassment that I will detail. I'm not going to actually deny that I did all the other things you said. By the way, you're blackmailing me without me having to do literally anything. You're literally just saying that you're not going to hold your tongue on what a piece of shit I am, but that's blackmail now, apparently.
Apparently.
Like, and then these people are like, you're gonna side with the blackmailer over the victim. Can you define blackmail? Can you go and look at that definition? I don't need to look at the definition of blackmail because this was it. This is a dictionary definition textbook case.
You see, here's the issue.
Oh my god.
Jimmy wasn't blackmailed. Jimmy was blue-balled.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. He's just mad.
He's mad because he wants to fuck women, and they don't want to fuck him, and therefore he yells at them. With the only exception being Tulsi Gabbard, because he really wants to fuck Tulsi Gabbard, and thinks that if he's an extra special little woo reply guy to Tulsi, that he might get a chance.
Dore is the enemy of the. Oh, thank God the people in here. At least the comments under this are Jimmy Dore is the enemy of the progressive movement. Jimmy Dore is a psyop. Blah 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 blah. We got 13 more seconds. Let's get it.
Jim
gets a six-figure, probably $500,000 a year from a billionaire to run interference to squash progressive movements. That's what Ryan Grimm gives. That's what The Intercept is doing right now. And fuck those other YouTube hosts who prop that guy up.
Now I need to get Ryan Grimm on here. That'll for sure bring Jimmy Dore onto my attention. Like, I'll be on his radar at that point. If I bring Ryan Grimm on here and talk to him about shit, mostly about what a dumb fuck Jimmy Dore is, I think that'd be the best thing.
That would be pretty fucking based.
I just want his attention.
Oh shit!
I will admit to the clout chasing on this one. I just want his attention.
You are submitting your application to live in his head rent free.
Oh, fuck yeah. I want him to rage at me because, I mean, his fans already come over to my channel to downvote anything that I say about him. I literally have one comment on one of my videos over here. I'm going to find it real quick because I get some really funny ass comments. I'm pretty sure it says something along the lines of, not only are your opinions wrong, they're just plain evil. And this was on, is it this one? How do I want to get healthcare? I think it's this one. No, not ones I haven't responded to. Yeah, every opinion you hold is not just wrong, but downright evil. Even though in this video, I'm talking about how I want to get healthcare, which is me going over how I think we need to not only support the Medicare expansion, but also get more people elected who can push for Medicare so we have leverage in office so we can actually achieve the goal of getting healthcare, as opposed to dumb fuck strategies cooked up in after like 42-hour weed smoking sessions where you're hotboxing a 2x2 closet. Which sounds fun. I'm not knocking that, but I wouldn't.
I was literally just about to ask you. Would you like to hotbox a 2x2 closet with me?
I'll hotbox any closet with fucking anybody, unless they're a Nazi, in which case that we're not hotboxing. Actually, we might. Depends. If they're non-violent, and I think I can convince them away from the Nazism, maybe. Maybe.
You see, you hotbox with the Nazi, and then they're disoriented, so you can dispose the body easier.
This is also true. I prefer conversion of Nazis over um uh, Minecraft violence.
Yeah. The converting Nazi mod for Minecraft, it's still in beta. It needs some work. The Nazi killing mod in Minecraft, that's a time tested technique, but it can get you server banned.
It really can. I prefer not to get server banned. I really like the servers that I'm on right now. They're pretty wholesome. I've got a decent support network, and I get to stream it.
Yeah. I mean, all good things. Uh, let me know if you get the conversion mod up and running better again, so I can start using it.
I know, right?
For now, I'm just going to bide my time until the admins get a less,
Less touchy.
finicky about the whole. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd rather people get less touchy about the particular subject of the Nazi killing mod, but they're really up in
Mhm.
arms about it. Would Nazi
Yeah.
hotboxing be Hotsy boxing? I don't know. I actually don't know. Maybe. Jesus Christ, Ian. Yes, but so just to touch upon the original subject that we were discussing, one of the things I wanted to point out with the decommodification of food is one of the effects that I think would ripple through is because I mean the food lobby is a big deal, the sugar lobby, the
Yeah.
fruit lobby, shit like that. If you decommodify food, that power's gone.
hmm It's a matter of making sure that they can't fuck with us. Well, that they have the least amount of opportunity to fuck with us because they're gonna fuck with our movement regardless. Every fucking lobby will. Even if we're not specifically targeting them, they will target us because they know that they're in our sights next.
Yeah, well, all lobbying in general is in my sights. Even not as a anarchist, but even as somebody who would be not okay with, but would accept social democracy. Like, even when I was a sock dem, like 3 years ago, I was like, yeah, the lobbying thing needs to fucking stop. There are Republicans who believe
I
that lobbying needs to stop. Like, what the? Come on.
Lobbying goes against basically any form of legitimate political sincere like any sincere political opinion. uh, you're going to have anti-lobbying in it because lobbying is the death of sincere politics.
Yeah, obviously, and that's why the grassroots movements are such a big deal. I know people get mad at AOC and whatnot. For one, she is doing more to procure better material conditions for the working class than 99.999% of the dumb fuck lefty Twitter users that are mad at her.
hmm
So I would
hmm
I would hold her in higher regard than I hold them. And for two, I mean, there's a certain level of measure that you have to take when you are actually in office. You can't just you can't do the same role as an activist. You can campaign as an
like
activist, and
yeah,
that's a thing. But
i think I think Bernie Sanders got the closest to being an activist politician, like being an activist whilst being a politician. He got the closest to it. And I think
possibly,
that that has a lot to do with the fact I think that has a lot to do with how widespread his grassroots movements were. Uh, because, like, no one in the Democrat Party likes Bernie Sanders. He's a thorn in the Democratic Party side. Like the only people who like him are the people who are in his coalition, the Squad and the more like the Squad, the Justice Dems.
yeah,
Those people. They love Bernie obviously because Bernie is adorable and awesome. Like
because he's Bernie.
like Exactly. He's Grandpa Bernie. Everybody loves Grandpa Bernie. I've never met a Republican who actively dislikes Bernie Sanders. Like, they hate his policy and they say he's a damn communist and everything, but every Republican I've ever talked to about Bernie Sanders has loved Bernie as a human being. Like, he's just this quirky old guy who just really wants to help people and is willing to fucking die for it.
Yeah. Well, I've come across some Republicans who legitimately dislike Bernie. They thought, oh, he's a grouchy old man. He just hates everybody, and he just wants the government to take over. He just wants to be the authoritarian in charge of the government, and it's like, oh my god. Now, back when I came across these people, I was not very good at debate, but I feel like I've always been fairly decent when I'm interested in a subject at conveying information to people.
Right.
I have to be interested in the subject. I could never be like a general teacher. I couldn't go work at I mean, maybe I could, depending on what I was asked to teach, but it would have to be something like music, politics, or something like that. But
Right.
so I was able to convince some of these people that no, Bernie's not, he's not an authoritarian, and he's actually a really nice guy, and he wants to do this. And I'd convince him on some instances of policy here and there, but for the most part, no, they just would not move off of it. Mostly because, yeah, Trump didn't really like him that much.
I think Trump likes Bernie until he realized Bernie was in the threat.
Yeah, I mean, he was scared of Bernie. That's for fucking sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Let's be honest. If you were for office in 2016 and 2020 and you were scared, you fucking idiot.
But I'm not. I don't know how he felt. Like, I honestly don't know how he would. I honestly cannot tell you how Trump would actually felt about Bernie, but he seemed to not really like him that much in a public persona.
Sorry, I had to get some water. It's hot.
Yeah. It's hot in my room. I've even got a fan going, still hot as fuck.
1, 2, 3, 4 fans that are
Extra robot. AI generated speech.
Are we less robot?
Very slightly. There. Okay, that was better.
Okay. Now that I am no longer a bot, obviously I'm not a bot. I'm a human being like you. Have you considered voting for Vladimir Putin?
God damn it. Oh, fuck.
Hello, yes, I am American. I love cheeseburger.
Fuck. He's convinced me. I have to vote for Putin in the next election. Shit. He loves cheeseburger. Said he's American. Hey, wait. What's your favorite animal?
Eagle.
God damn it. Every single security check.
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Fuck.
Chuck. Green check.
Did you hear Alec that time? Daniel?
Yeah?
You there?
Yeah?
Okay. You heard Alec?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Drunk tractor.
Oh, Fuck me. God, this dab pen. It's so good.
Oh, well, you, baby lungs.
I'm a smoker.
Chat, chat. Make fun of Daniel for his baby lungs.
Yeah, I got baby lungs. I'm a smoker. I smoke way too much. I used to smoke like 3 packs of cigarettes a day. It was really bad. Ooh. I think I'm dead. I died. I wonder if Froge is available at some point soon to talk about the uh, Ben Burgess Aaron Green debate. You know the Twitter account Froge Foibles? Yeah, I know, Ian. I shouldn't smoke. But I do. People shouldn't, in general. Does it make me a hypocrite to say this? Yes, a little bit, but you know what? Fuck it. I'll be hypocritical on this one. Don't smoke. Tobacco. I'll be very, very specific on that one. Don't smoke tobacco. Nick must be busy. Oh fuck though, that was some that was some fun shit. Not even gonna lie. It's been a really good conversation. I'm not sure if we're going to be rejoined, if the internet is going to allow it. As Nick is in a area where they have some of the worst internet. Oh. Hello?
You laugh a lot.
Hey, how's it going, Ian?
It's going. It was stupid. I've been watching your stream, and every once in a while I respond to something you say, and then I remember, oh hey, you can't hear me.
Right, yeah. I'm reading it when it pops up, but it takes like
No, there's like a
35
good
seconds.
minute delay. There's like a good solid minute, and I'm like,
yeah. So
it's cool.
Ian, the person I've been talking to, is a Twitter friend and viewer as well. Nick, the Loki in here, is a friend of mine.
Heyo. I think I'm back. I think.
Hey, there we go. Right at
Yeah.
the exact right time for me to be like, hey, I'm gonna server mute myself and everything, and if y'all want to have a little bit of a chat to introduce yourselves, I want to step outside for a few minutes.
He's gonna go masturbate. I know.
If only I could do it that quickly. That's not a thing. I have
Rolling
set up.
around at the speed of sound.
Yeah, there's some
It
setup
is.
and everything, so you know, I'm gonna go and smoke the tobaccos.
You slut.
Yeah, a little bit, you know. But when you have glorious hair like I do, what do you do? I mean, you just.
I'm not gonna deny that you got good hair.
Well, thank you.
The answer is you. The answer when someone has glorious hair like that is you use your hand, stretch it out, and run it up their neck until you got a good handful, and then you crank that shit back.
Usually, I'm safely not a bottom. Although
I
I
was
could
gonna
be
say that sounds
convinced
like
in
foreplay.
some.
That doesn't sound.
I could conceivably see some situations with a couple of people on Twitter that I come across that I would let, you know,
Jimmy
do things.
Dore.
No, definitely not Jimmy Dore. More Merrick
Oh,
or something.
I
But
know you would let him just ruffle through your hair. It would be
he
hot.
could play with my hair, but not in a sexual context because I don't like Jimmy Dore. But
He'd rub his balls on your hair or something crazy.
well, maybe, but my hair is very therapeutic, so when people play with it, they tend to calm down. And who knows, maybe my hair just passes communist ideas
Maybe it could magically heal him.
potentially. I would like to believe so.
Daniel, playing with your hair heals people, is what you just said. Are you a fucking golden retriever?
There might be instances where I could conceive of that one too. Hmm.
Daniel is a furry, confirmed.
Carrot for straw hats, by the way.
Yes.
Abso-fucking-lutely. But yeah. Anyways, I will be right back.
Fine, you go smoke, you son of a bitch.
uh,
I worked at the one in Oklahoma City, which is the biggest Bed Bath & Beyond in Oklahoma. It's like the size of a Walmart. It's huge. And the clientele,
Yeah.
at least 45% is old white ladies.
Oh no.
That's the clientele.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since marijuana became legal, more and more, you'd see these old white ladies who would just be bombed out of their mind, like pink eyes, stoned as fuck, just bumming around the store, and they'd spend like 3 hours and buy like nothing or maybe one thing. And just kind of going around the store, and they would and they do shit like they touch everything, like they have to pick up every towel and feel it, and they're so high.
Yeah, they're
And
stoned out of their
but
gourds.
those are the those are the good customers, because otherwise, Bed Bath & Beyond is literally the land of white privilege.
Oh.
It is designed still to this day to cater to white privilege, and it's one of those things, like, everyone knows it, nobody says it, it's just a thing, and it's just a thing. And then the funny thing is that usually the people that work there, because part of it is it's not a bad job, but people don't think of applying to Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah, so they're understaffed as fuck.
Oh, they're horribly understaffed. Before I quit there, my God, a manager straight up walked out because she's like, I'm not going to put up with this shit anymore, and just walked the fuck out, along with like 2 employees that day.
Yeah, but
a lot of employees they're just leaving in droves. And the funny thing is, our former store manager, who is a gay man, he's a wonderful human being. His name's Anthony. He's one of the best bosses I've ever worked for in my entire life. And he got a better job, that paid almost twice as much, as a support manager at Target.
Wow.
And that's where a lot of the employees have gone. They're literally flocking to Target because he works there, and they want to work for him because he's a wonderful guy. He's funny and smart, and he's just the best. He's like working with your best friend. He is that good.
Our dad has left. Our dad has left. We need to go follow our dad.
Oh yeah. That's basically how
we need to go follow
I have pictures from the last Halloween where he dressed up all day long and worked all day long as Freddie Mercury. And it was shockingly accurate.
That's
yellow jacket and all.
That is beyond
the whole,
I support everything this man does.
And it was great. It was absolutely great. And but yeah, now he's a sport manager at Target, and a good third of the entire workforce of that Bed Bath & Beyond is now at that Target.
I do
including 2 of the former AMs and lots of the employees.
I've got a double update. One of them is actually like a good update, and the other one is the Destiny parody account that just tweeted something that I thought was very funny. The update is Orikun. I'm sure Nick knows who Orikun is.
I have no idea.
That person who's pretty big on sock Twitter.
I may know who they are.
Orikun is one of the people in the Sun Cult with Lucas.
I try not to interact with Softwood.
I interact with him because it's funny
Lucas
as fuck.
And all that. Okay.
Yeah,
and
Orikun is one of the people who was friends with Lucas, and the update is Orikun is now turning on Destiny. So we have the Sock Dems turning on Destiny.
Oh,
Because if Orikun turns on somebody, it's over for them. Like, that's just it.
oh, spicy.
Yeah. And then the
Oh, that's
Destiny parody
spicy.
account came out and said, Twitter anarchists, we can freely organize society. Also, Twitter anarchists, Destiny having personal responsibility for one's actions is bad. Anarchists IRL, raped woman at a punk show.
That's pretty fucked. That's pretty fucked.
It seems like something Destiny would tweet.
Surprisingly honest. Surprisingly honest, but it's very fucked.
Yeah, I mean, and that doesn't even really happen at, like, punk shows. That more happens at, like, hardcore metal shows.
Yeah.
Which is,
I mean,
like, black metal and stuff like that is where that happens a lot, and that's full of a bunch of Nazis.
yeah. Sadly, it would happen at like Marilyn Manson shows.
I have,
And the real awful thing is it had nothing to do with Marilyn Manson. It was just they knew the kind of people that were going to those shows and they preyed on them.
Yeah, which happens.
That's so awful.
The thing
That's
about
so
the metal
awful.
community and its issue. Hello?
Hello?
I could
Are
kind of
you
hear
there?
you now. Yeah.
How about now? We good?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I'm a pretty big metalhead, and I have experience in the metal communities, and also specifically black metal. And the shit that you see is bizarre, specifically in the black metal community, and specifically the American black metal community. You don't see this as much in the actual European black metal community, but the American black metal community is beyond fucked, and like beyond fucked.
Yeah.
So they're not really a black
You-
metal
you
community.
see,
They
like,
are a
You
front.
see a lot
for other
better.
activities.
Yeah. They're a brown shirt community, essentially.
Mm, okay.
Basically, yeah.
As a personal anecdote,
Yeah.
somebody I went to high school with, I actually went to a couple of, like, shows with, went to Cat Fest with one year, stuff like that, and would hang out with them a lot. Never got any, I mean, I was a little bit more right-leaning back then. I wasn't, like, ever alt-right or anything like that, but
Yeah.
I was a little bit more right-leaning than I am today, especially since I'm now an anarchist, but one day I posted something on Facebook, and he messaged me and said some like super fucked up racist shit, and I'm like, no, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? And then eventually it just devolved to Trump 2020, and then racial slur.
But what about Coney 2012?
I think they all dropped that one. As an
Oh.
access.
You just boomered yourself there.
Shut
You
up.
boomered yourself there, my friend.
Shut up.
That he did.
God damn it.
You boomered, Ian. You boomered.
I'm sorry. I'm old.
I bet you unironically danced to Numa Numa.
Maria.
I will say that I probably did when I was younger. Now I'm like, but yeah, probably when it came out. I don't think I did like the Numa Numa dance, but I probably danced to it.
Nah, here's my age. I danced to Caramel Dancing.
Damn it.
Ian, you've seen it. I've done it
Yes.
at your house.
Yes.
Hey,
I'm just old.
hey, tell
it's,
me
it's sad.
tell me if this rings a bell. Tell me if this rings the bell. That's called
leak spin, and we don't talk about that.
Yep.
In terms of like 4chan, I would
Hatsune Miku.
as the saddest thing is I would be considered like the oldest of old fags when it comes to 4chan.
Yeah, and then 4chan
Uh,
became a fucking hellhole.
Oh, well, it always was, but
Yeah,
now it's
that's
publicly fucking
fair.
like it always was, sir.
4chan used to be a place for 4chan used to be just a place for internet degeneracy, which fair, but now it's a place for Nazi degeneracy, and that's infinitely worse.
I think it's just general degeneracy.
It
Like
used
it
to
doesn't
be,
have
yeah.
to be Nazi. It doesn't have to be.
Well, it wasn't initially, but it definitely is now. Like 4chan, especially like /poll, that's
Oh
it. It's
God.
just Nazis. You go there and you will see nothing but Nazis, and it's awful.
They're even in traditional
Or
games
races
too.
or both.
Like the reason to go there though is because you can find
It-
all the fucking right-wing cope in the entire world. That is it. You go there and you just scroll through and you laugh.
Yep.
And yes, lady who does cosplay, Tifa can crush me. I am simping now. Simp moment.
Yeah.
God damn it.
All I'm saying is let me just.
Are you stream? Yeah. Okay,
Yep, I am simping on stream and I have no fucks to give.
Daniel, are you streaming on Twitch right now?
On Twitch, no. Just on
Are
YouTube.
are you streaming on Twitch right now?
No, just YouTube.
Okay, good, because
Simp is banned.
Twitch is banning people who say simp. So yeah.
Yeah. I when I do my Twitch streams, I'm using a different program because I'm poor and cannot afford to pay for the dual streaming services that are available on the
At least you're honest.
Streamlabs Prime.
Mhm.
And then outside of that, I have to change the way I do all of my rhetoric for Twitch. Come on, poke your fucking head out here so I can blow it off.
I don't know.
I'm playing Destiny as well, so.
I figured. I'm playing Minecraft.
I noticed.
Destiny's been canceled, Daniel. What the fuck?
You know what? This game broke away from Activision, so it's strike friendly.
Yeah, did you see what I'm doing?
Okay,
no,
good
I did
point.
not.
Yeah, so it's very much a long work in progress, but basically I'm literally carving off the face of this mountain, and then I'm planning on drawing something really big. I'm not exactly sure what, although I did find a really good program that turns any picture into like a Minecraft drawing, and you can select what blocks you have, and it will like, kind of adjust to it. Yeah.
Yo.
And so I'm like, I kind of just want to use this wall that's right across from the big house as like a giant canvas and draw something retarded.
But yeah, if you open the Discord, you can see why I was simping for Mommy Tifa for a second.
Oh, is it titties?
No, it's... This person does a lot of cosplay, and I really do just appreciate the work for the most part, but she's also very pretty. She's done a Chun-Li, and she's actually got somebody in a... Oh wait, that's a different person, but she did retweet stuff. And she does like a lot of cosplay. And also retweets like porn models when they're doing their modeling services and shit. And literally just retweet somebody whose name is Horny.
It's kind of fucked up.
I think it's amazing. Internet culture is fucking wonderful.
Hey Daniel, my signal's dropping hard.
Okay, do you need to get off of here?
I got a dip.
Okay, well, you have a great night.
Yeah,
And,
I got a dip.
Yeah, you both of you actually have a great night. You and Alex.
You too.
All right, take care.
Thank you. Will do.
No problem.
Bye.
Bye. Always so productive to have these conversations because we touched on a bunch of subjects and laughed really fucking hard over some admittedly stupid shit.
Yes.
You know what? I'm perfectly okay with that.
Yep. The fuck?
I got shot through a wall with an ace of spades to the face.
That's pretty fucked.
So yeah, I'm a little. I don't think my connection is stable enough to play this this game right now.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, did you? I think I told you I got my No Time to Lose up to masterwork.
Yeah, I'm still working on it because I'm trying to do it completely in Crucible, and it's really stupid, and I'm really annoyed by it.
I want to get my the really good other rifle to masterwork, but that is going to take for fucking ever.
Oh yeah. Fuck, I'm hungry. What time is it?
It's 8:30.
Yep, almost 8:40. So that's the thing. Eventually, I'm gonna have to go get food.
It's a problem.
Who the fuck is Chris Chan? Who the fuck? What is this shit?
I don't know.
I am so confused by the stuff that's going on. Somebody's talking about this person named Christina, who's a trans woman who apparently like raped their mother or something. Oh, that's who this is. Okay. Christina. That makes sense. Oh, and that's why it took so goddamn long for my... Fuck, they got me. I'm probably gonna call the Destiny after this game because my connection is so fucking bad. I'm getting slaughtered out of nowhere. Yep.
That's pretty.
Yep. And there's only 2 of us in this match. So...
yeah, it's just gonna go to hell.
Yeah, it's 2 of us in a 3v3. So it's 2v3 right now, which isn't the worst. But it's also not very good. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. I just got absolutely obliterated by a heavy machine gun. We got one more round, and then that's it for the Destiny 2 for right now.
Oh man.
Who are you talking about? Holy hell, lad! Look, fucking hell, lad! Look at your forehead. Roiper Doomer 88 would like to know your location. Psych, now that dude lives in like Idaho or something. Who the fuck are they talking about? I have no idea. Twitter shit.
The fuck?
It's Twitter shit. And this motherfucker just popped his golden gun last round. How does he have another golden gun? Bruh, I'm hella confused. Fuck! No! Bro, we have to make a final stand. don't die. And even if you die, don't die. Right, run. I can take all you motherfuckers on at once. You wanted Shady? You got him. God damn it. No, they got me. Never mind. Never mind. I was nope. Couldn't actually take them all on.
That's what your said.
Ooh, what you say?
Over your ocean well, don't you get it? Ooh, what you say? It's all fun and
God damn it.
games.
Okay. Just so that people know I'm not just making female jokes. Ethan did a gender accent, like it did one of whatever the fuck this is, and it's a 63.5% female, 74.6% normal, whatever that means. 63.8% progressive, shit like that. And then the top comment underneath it, 64% female, explains why you're not funny.
Damn it.
Oh, god damn it.
That's pretty fucking funny.
Why? Why do people do this? Oh my god. The Clout Co-op is gonna have to go on mute for a moment. Okay, that's the parody. Anarchists explaining how they would deal with crime. It's actually not that difficult. The problem that you have, the thing you have to recognize is, you can't really do anarchism until you, like, change the psyche of the people to be more attuned to the ideas, like, to be more in favor of those ideas. So it does literally require propaganda. But, I mean, everybody does propaganda, so. Weebs I respect, ashamed of being a weeb, desperately tries to act normal. No. Fuck you. I am openly a One Piece fan, alright? Fuck you. Sat, you funny ass motherfucker. Just scroll through Twitter. That's apparently a stream tactic now. Yeah, see, everybody, scroll through Twitter. Stream tactics. This is content. Fuck you. You can't judge my content creation. You're not a content creator. He speaks, blah, blah, blah. By Bernie's dire warning for Dems. Trump can win again. Because he can! He can definitely win again. Oh my god, Twitter, you were just going off right now. How to win every fight. What? Face sitting.
As I'm sure many of you are aware by now, the people that
What?
watch my video.
That's not that. Well, I mean that might win you the fight, but
No,
that's
it wins you.
kind of
Yeah, it wins you the fight for sure.
that's kind of cheating. But
Not really. No more fight. You win. Excellent.
like, oh,
This is an excellent tactic. I implore anyone who's getting into a fight to do this. I don't care your gender or whatever. I don't give a fuck. I mentioned infrared one goddamn time on the stream, and now it starts showing me infrared shit on my YouTube. I fucking hate AdSense. And it's fucking algorithm shit. Next thing I know, there's about to be a fucking... Wait, what? Is this some Nazi shit? Okay, I have to see if this is a Nazi video real quick. What is this?
So the best thing for me to do is just to take the plea and hope to God that they're lenient on me and...
Who the fuck is... Okay. Far-right extremist known as Paul Miller, or the quote-unquote... This name contains kind of a slur. It's a Gypsy Crusader, is what he goes by. Yeah, just so you know. Do you think we should gas the Jews? He asked a group of teenage boys. Referring to black people, called them the N-word and said, quote, ship them all back to Africa, make them slaves again. Aww. He did white power chants while giving the Nazi salute. Yeah, see, Miller, a 32-year-old who went by, quote, Gypsy Crusader, end quote, online, was open about his extremist beliefs in videos.
That's pretty fucked.
The FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force took his threats seriously because he was apparently putting out threats.
It's pretty fucked.
Yeah, but in each video, Miller toggled between chats on Omegle, a website that randomly pairs users, waving a gun and making hateful statements. So that's who that is. So that's the context to this person. Hey, you have more subs than I do because you're a Nazi and you all band together really hard. You. Do you want to discuss this, Based Morty? Do you want to talk about Nazism? Yeah, he's definitely a Nazi.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. A bunch of videos with the N-word in the title. Stuff like that. Do you want to talk about this, Based Morty?
I only get a little bit of time, but I'm scared, man. I'll be honest with you. I'm really scared. I haven't slept in days. You know, I can't eat. I'm crying all the time.
Is it Paul Miller? I don't even care. Yep, he probably deserves to be in prison because he's a fucking idiot, for one. And for two, he's, well, a Nazi, so... Fuck him.
It's fucking evil.
What?
No.
God damn it.
This looks weird now. I'm just like slowly shaving down the front of this mountain. I can see Sam get on and be like, what the fuck happened?
This is one of my favorite clips just because it's so over the top ridiculous. That's going in general chat.
Uh-oh.
Yo, it links to me. It's a Vosh clip when he was doing he did a live stream for the PCRF, which was a Palestinian Children's Relief Fund, so he was raising money for like poor children in Palestine. And there's an article written, and it linked to his live stream, and he was like, what does this article link to? And he clicked on it, and it pulled up his stream, and he goes, yo, it linked to me! And then he clicked it again, and it pulled up his live stream, and it's, yo, it linked to me! And it goes on this fucking loop.
$1,000 for the
That's
Palestine
funny.
Children's Relief Fund.
Oh, now I see the person you were simping over. Okay. Okay.
Yo!
I got it.
What does this link to?
Yeah.
Yo! It links to me!
I didn't see the picture earlier. Now I'm like, oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
that's normal.
It links to
Yeah,
me.
crush me, mommy.
Yo! What does this link to?
Yes. Yes, now I understand the whole face sitting thing.
Yo! Let's go. It links to me. Yo.
Infinite loop of Vosh linking to him, like opening this link and it going in. Because he didn't know, he really didn't know. He's like, what is this link to? And opens it and just, yo, it links to me. And then because it opened up his actual stream, he opened that link on stream, and it opens the link again, and he's like, yo, it links to me, downward for an infinite loop.
Oh God.
He cut it off after a little while, but he was laughing too hard to stop it after the first few times.
Links to me, links to me, links to me. Over and over and over.
Yeah, it's fucking great. It's one of my favorite clips ever.
You know what's funny is I know I have listened to your stream and watched it enough that I get that one fucking song stuck in my head. Like, oh no, what a fucking nightmare.
Yep.
I get that, and that is like stuck in my head now.
That's the only reason I put it in here, because it was stuck in my head. So, yeah, no.
But it's effective because it makes people remember your stream. Goddammit.
Yeah, that's part of the reason I want to do it. That's why I did the stinger intro things at the beginning of videos. And I need to do timestamps more frequently, but that's going to be for longer videos where I'm trying to structure and talk about certain topics. When it's just kind of free rambling, like this one, I forgot to record the conversation. I'm gonna have to like go into the editor in the YouTube studio and do it the hard way and add all my timestamps and blah 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 blah.
Got it.
But I think overall not a bad deal. So yeah, because I've actually got because I like to look at the wait, I've already got it open. What am I doing? I like to look at the YouTube studio and look at stuff like that. So if I go to my videos in general and I just go down to here, we'll just go to Ben Shapiro is scared of gender, and we go to the engagement.
You know what's funny is way back, and this is years ago now, when Ben Shapiro started rearing his head. You know, at the beginning, I kind of liked him because he seemed like at least a marginally legit debater. He wasn't that out there, at least when he started. But then he started having ego issues.
Oh God, yeah.
And how he's right and everyone else is wrong. Like no one else could possibly be right. He's right. He's like just a genius and no one else.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro's a fucking shit. But
yeah, I mean, and it's funny because now I respect people like what's his name, Jordan Peterson.
I do not. Jordan Peterson. I mean, Jordan Peterson is
more
a good fit.
More. I'm saying more than I do Ben Shapiro.
I can respect that he comes in. I can respect that he does come in more good faith usually to discussions. Although if you a discussion I would recommend highly you watch to see him actually not giving a toss and being a complete fucking idiot is the supposed debate between Slavoj Žižek and Jordan Peterson. I will link that to you I'm just going to throw it into the Discord. Because Slavoj's name is not spelled the way you would think.
Okay. I'll watch it later on when I'm not playing Minecraft.
Yeah, it's a 2-hour, 38-minute long video. Shit. Yeah, it's like an actual in-person discussion between the two of them, and I can tell you right now, like they're supposed to be discussing socialism and capitalism, happiness, capitalism versus Marxism is
that's the one thing with Jordan Peterson. Like if he doesn't care about whatever the topic is at the time of the debate, it's doomed from the start. it's absolutely doomed because not only because he will throw every bit of himself into not giving a shit.
Well, and what's really bad is like because this is a topic he ostensibly says he cares about, and he's the one who wanted this debate, a capitalism versus socialism debate, and his line of research to into his opponent's position was reading the Communist Manifesto. This is not theory. This is literally just a call to arms for peasants.
Yeah, ye old Communist Manifesto.
That's it. Like he read the Communist Manifesto, and he admits he didn't even read all of it, and he focuses in on like the stuff in the first 2 chapters when he's trying to argue against Hegelian Marxist, like triple PhD Slavoj Žižek.
I'm gonna start telling people I'm a Marxist, and when they ask me anything else about it, I'm gonna say I'm a Groucho Marxist.
Who was actually himself a Marxist.
I am a Groucho Marxist.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at the reason I'm pulling up little videos that I do have a stinger for this one, and it got me a minute and 39 on my average view duration because there's a lot of people who will just click on a video and then downvote it because it says something negative about, in this case, Jimmy Dore. Actually, in most cases, Jimmy Dore or Ben Shapiro. This one only has 1 view though, so I get more views out of Jimmy Dore on average than I do out of Ben Shapiro, and that says something.
Yeah. Well, I think even people who like and support Ben Shapiro kind of feel like he's just done.
Yeah. Well,
like he's just kind of canceled himself if that's something someone could do.
Absolutely.
He's very clearly just kind of just canceled his fucking self.
Okay, see, here's something I don't understand right now. Views 5, right? And this is the current live stream. This is what the studio here says. Here's what the studio says on my end. 10 playbacks. So, like, the one that I'm looking at for my current live analytics and everything says I've got 10 people in playback, and the studio thing that lets me just look over analytics in general says I have 5 views. So there's a huge discrepancy in the way that works. But either way, that's still minimum 5 people, maximum 10 people who are currently watching me ramble with no real idea what I'm going to be talking about next. So, fuck.
That's pretty awesome. Talk about something important.
Something important. How's about,
Just, like, put you on the spot. Talk about something important, motherfucker.
This is a call to arms, alright? We need to imprison people who eat Pop-Tarts. Alright? Specifically Pop-Tarts. Specifically Pop-Tarts. You can eat off-brand Pop-Tarts.
Oh, okay, because I did. I ate a Dollar General Pop-Tart.
Yeah, see, those are fine. The off-brand Pop-Tarts, they're better anyways. But
officially, it's a Clover Valley toaster pastry. Thank you very much.
The reason that I'm saying specifically people who eat real, like, regular name brand Pop-Tarts is because Pop-Tarts are worse than their generic brand counterparts. They cost more. They're like putting goddamn cardboard in your mouth outside of one flavor, which is the s'mores flavor. Those are actually pretty solid because they're really smooth and soft. But every other one, fuck you, they suck. Get off-brand ones.
What's really awful is I'm old and I like the unfrosted strawberry.
Unfrosted strawberry is not too bad as long as you get off-brand.
Yeah. But they're hard to find. They're genuinely very hard to find because the we call it the off-brand strawberry, whatever, or not off-brand, the unfrosted or whatever, are nearly impossible because they don't. I feel like they don't make very much of them, like the batches of them are smaller because they're just not very popular.
Yeah.
And so whenever they are put out, they just go because people who want them buy them all at once.
Oh my god. Why? I just looked at somebody's video. Oh my god. Okay, I have to check this and see what's going on.
Finally!
Yep. Okay. This is a person who I'm sure actually just likes. Yep. Yep, you just like the person that Gypsy Crusader fuck. Glad they're in prison, honestly. Wait, there's a voshbad.com?
The Dear One Sub made a small website for you that you might enjoy.
Really? Kind of funny.
Yes, it's here. Screen people get the Vosh pit. Degeneracy supports the trans agenda. Adrenochrome, follow the echo sign money. Liberal snowflake. How do I get rid of Wick's banner? They won't stop harassing me and my grandson won't talk to me anymore. Thanks, please send response. Maniac Antifa Vosh threatens your family and the white race with violence because we have the decency to have women's bathrooms. Attention all patriots. A demon is destroying children on YouTube. His name is Vosh. This godless degenerate and his followers are corrupting your children online with radical liberal propaganda funded almost entirely by a single donor of Echo's ambiguous origin. Do you want this disgusting communist to be president one day? He sure does. I have to see what this links to. No context, Vosh.
Subscribers. And I'll run for president. Okay, I'll run for president. That's my plan. Listen, that's my promise. If you can get me 20 million by tomorrow, I will run for president in 20.
Okay. Make no mistake. They are coming for your children. They are coming for your grandparents. They are coming for your mom, your dad, everyone you love. As long as they live, they will never stop coming. But together, we can do something. Together, we can overcome our country's filth. With just a small donation, you can cast the devil back to the pits of hell where he belongs. Help our cause by donating today. And then they put the anti-Vosh theme song, quote unquote, which is just the Vosh bad theme.
Oh,
Now, what's the clip at the beginning?
They're never gonna stop coming.
That is the beginning of the end of the white man. They are going to come for you. They are going to come for me. They are going to come for your children. They are going to fuck your children. They are going to fuck your mom. Your mom is going to like being fucked by them. They are going to fuck your mom, and she's going to look at you and say, "You're not my son because I am so."
Oh yeah.
By Antifa. If you let.
God damn it.
What are you doing around here, kitty? Huh? Anarchists aren't welcome in these parts. Don't you know?
This
right
is,
here,
by the way, this is a fucking banger track.
Bad territory. Get out of here.
Prince the producer.
Bosch bad. 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 Bosch bad.
Bosch bad, 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 Bosch bad,
Bosch bad, Bosch bad, Bosch bad. I pull up that ODM, yo fast. I got
Bosch bad.
Yeah, it's 3 minutes of essentially like the first 50 seconds is just Vosh bad. And then there's an actual verse here, apparently.
If that's your
Oh,
man,
God.
he's not left. He's rad lib. I be hating. I say pedo lover Voshoid. Look at these year-old clips. But I ain't even tripping rad. Type out your response. Smoking kitties till I'm tired. I think I need a Discord. So wanna sign you up. Cause these replies got me fed up. But this Vosh bad. Vosh bad. I think I left the left now. Molotov. I get these streamers ignoring. They block in. They just reactionary.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Vosh bad.
Bosch bad. Bosch bad. Bosch bad. Bosch bad. Bosch bad. Bosch bad. Bosch bad. Bosh bad, 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 Bosh bad. Oh man, I'm typing hard, wrist red, slipping fast. Two mods tried to set me up, almost blast. Slurs up in that chat box.
Man, okay, so here's the new plan, alright? Ian, I need your help with this one as well. I'm gonna need every single person. I'm gonna need Nick. I'm gonna need all the people who tune in. I need, eventually, so here's the line of, here's the course of events. I have to come across Jimmy Dore in some way and live rent-free in his head. Then I have to find something ridiculous, out of context, and absolutely hilarious, something that he says about me, so we can turn it into a diss track, and I can use it in my content. I want to get dissed by Jimmy Dore on some fire beats. I will not reply because I am not a rapper. I am just to remind people. Let me show you.
I don't. Sir,
Do you see this?
I don't think you need to tell people that you're not a rapper. I think
my name is not Marshall Mathers, and this right here should tell you all you need to know about my rapping skills. Could I write rhymes? Yes. Could I actually deliver them in a convincing manner? Fuck no. God no. Hell
no. Unfortunately, your Sneed of Sneed's Feed and Seed, formerly Chuck of Chuck's fucking suck.
See, I am technically, and I don't know why that became such a thing. Like, it's weird.
Oh, the meme.
Well, it's just the way that people react to this shit.
True.
Well, to talk about that particular bit, it was the first time that like the Simpsons kind of snuck in a really dirty joke.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying why they chose
got away.
Like, why did they have to choose my name? Like, why?
They wanted something that had the "eed" sound.
Yeah, which is, I mean,
and they probably figured Sneed. Well, Sneed is also a name out of the Lorax, so maybe they chose it out of that.
Fuck, I don't know. It's actually a fairly common name from people who were German, or actually, yeah, it would have been. Fuck, where was Grandpa from? Fuck, I don't even. I think he was German.
Was he a Hotsy Nazi?
Grandpa on mom's side? Fuck, I don't know.
Who knows?
I was gonna say, I came across him once, and he told me that I couldn't actually be his grandson because I wasn't from any son he ever had, because he didn't have any sons. He only had daughters, so I couldn't actually be his grandson.
That sounds like some shit. That's like, wow. That's.
I guarantee you, he voted for Trump.
Yeah, it sounds like
you are so goddamn tied to tradition that your grandchild who was born from your daughter isn't considered your grandchild because you didn't have a son. That's some super fucking far right shit. And it was very hurtful to me as a child, honestly.
I'm sure it was. That's fucking traumatic, man. It's not cool in any way, shape, or form.
There's a reason I never talked to him. He tried to reach out at one point to be like, "Hey, grandson," and I'm just like, "Fuck off, dude."
Apparently not.
Like, I don't want anything to do with you. For one, like, you left my grandmother when my mother was 9 years old.
Oh well, fuck that.
And now you want to try and reach out. He's doing it because he's dying, but at the same time, like, I have no fucking care to talk to somebody who literally has not changed in any way. He just wants to reach out because he's scared of being alone. Like, that sucks and all. And it sounds a little heartless, but with the way that I was treated personally and the way that I know he treated my mother and grandmother, nah.
Yeah. Sometimes, you just gotta let the douches fall to the wayside.
All right. Apparently, yes is winning at the moment.
The band from the 80s?
What? No, I said the poll. Yes is winning. Not the band. There's a poll I started
I
in
was
chat.
like,
The band from the '80s. I like some of their content. I do find it to be some absolute fucking dog shit that another
well, of
band I
course
really
it's
like.
dog shit, man. It's
Well, there was another band I really like called Porcupine Tree, and their first big like break was being able to open for Yes, but at a point about a third of the way through the set, Porcupine Tree was playing so well that the lead singer for Yes got nervous and upset, and so he went to sabotage their set.
That's pretty fucked. It's okay. He's dead now.
Yeah, but they did come up with some good songs. I mean, let's face it, because of the song Roundabout, I was able to get Caleb into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
That's pretty fucked up. I have yet to watch an entire episode of that.
You should
I've
watch
watched
all of it.
I've
It is
tried hard. I've tried to watch episodes. I can't. It's so bad.
it's the most amazing thing. Because think about this: they're just making fun of old anime like Speed Racer. That's the entire
Of course
point.
they are.
It's,
Yeah,
it's a huge
it's
parody,
like a joke series. It's just a parody series or whatever.
and I fucking love it, especially in season 2 where you come across. I mean, the first one is pretty. The first season is very obvious with the fact. I mean, the enemy's name is Dio, and in the second season you've got Cars, which was like an '80s German band, and then
Yeah,
AC/DC and Santana.
yeah.
So it's all musical parodies with Caesar Zeppeli and Baron Zeppeli representing like uh, Led Zeppelin, and then the Caesar Zeppeli is supposed to represent John Bonham's son.
Okay.
So they did that kind of thing, and that was pretty funny. And just overall, I love that fucking show. It's so dumb.
It is very, very dumb. It's so it's funny, and every clip I've ever seen of it, it's funny, and I get it. But I think I've watched so much mind-numbingly stupid stuff that I'm like, I don't know if I can handle this.
I don't know. I watch it a lot because it gets some serious moments. It's got some comedy in it. It's got some just wacky shit, and it's got a surprising amount of gore.
Yes.
New One Piece episode. Do I stream and continue going at 9:15? I've been going for 3 hours. Or do I say
Do you
fuck
you
everybody
can watch
and
fuck everything good?
go watch 23 minutes of an episode and come back?
It's whatever you want to do. I did. I will say, I finally watched all of One Punch Man.
Oh God.
Or at least that's out so far. Because there's only like 2 seasons out, so
Yeah,
it really wasn't.
I
It
have
wasn't that
not.
bad.
I sadly already know, like, I watched the Boros fight because somebody mentioned Boros fight was actually really fucking brutal, and I'm like, I'm in the mood to watch a brutal ass fight, so I watched
All
it.
of that is all of it's fucking brutal. It's
Well, it's
and
not so much
it's again.
brutal. I mean, his ending of the person that he's fighting is brutal, but like having it go back and forth and just blow for blow.
Yeah, yeah.
The Boros fight it's some top notch animation too. I'm not even gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. It is, and it's one of those. It's like yes, it's making fun of all the anime fighting, ever that's ever come before it. It's making fun of it on purpose. And it's not supposed to be serious. It's a parody.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it does, they do come up with pretty solid concepts of like, well, why do you have to be a hero if you want to save someone? It's like if you want to help someone, you can just help someone. You don't have to be a fucking hero. So,
Okay. To be responsible, I have to cover this. I just found a link on the Chris Chan thing with the incest, and there's like confirmations. Just going ahead and sharing a fresh experience on
was
investigation.
that what was on fucking 4chan? People were going on. I saw a picture of it,
Farms
and people were like, oh, it's over, it's all over. It's like what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, it's for somebody, apparently a trans person, was raping their own mother.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I've got to go over the leaked logs and shit. So yes, Barb and I just had another romp in the hay and an extensive cuddle tonight. Okay, so Barb being Chrissy's mother. Tonight I started looking into a more consistent pattern to my massaging, and I took the input and focused on getting blood flow into the groin area. Before tonight, I did not really have a set pattern in the massage, aside from feet and legs, followed by hands and arms, the face, front torso, and then a rollover for her back. I have found a more consistent method that works between the legs and arms, but I was inconsistent in the hands and feet. Anyway, also made another attempt at rubbing her vagina externally at first, and then sliding between the... So it's going to be a next page kind of thing.
What the fuck?
Slipping in between the lips and rubbing the inner labia. Then she told me to stop. She's getting more used to being played with down there by hand. Would you believe she has literally never ever masturbated in her entire life? And obviously those out of the 8 guys counting Robert Chu before me were not hitting her G-spot as much with their wow, what the fuck? So, allowing other people to fuck your senile mother. I had attempted the first night to rub her there. I found her spot, but it hurt her. But alternatively, I did find that at cunnilingus I was good at that with my tongue. And I did also stimulate her clit. That does not seem to hurt her as much, but she still has a limit with that spot as well. Anyways, we're making progress. And when we cuddle, and this actually impresses me more, I literally feel our souls bonding and coming together as one during that time. Damn, it feels so good when we're...
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fucking fuck?
And we talk a good while as well before she heads back upstairs. I should probably do this so y'all can see that I'm actually reading a fucking thing.
It's not just coming out with the nastiest fan fiction you've ever heard.
Yes. And we talk. Okay, so I have been sending her meditation tracks to stimulate her brain and bring back some of her youth, and the results do show most splendidly. I'm so proud of her. And from her stories, she told me tonight she even remembered a fun story that involved her daddy from when she was... Hold on. When she was 2 years old. 2 years old, that in itself, at her age, is massively good. She has had memory problems at times beforehand, yes, but she's being better stimulated in her mind and soul, and it really shows her mental her mental processing speed is even going back up. She feels this and has told me so herself. Where is it? Wow, and I am so happy and content that I am able to help her out like this, and it helps me as well because of the experience and the education and learning. Wow. Okay. That's fucking awful.
Yeah, it is.
So let's see. This is a... Okay. Okay, it's not mother and son. It's mother and daughter because Chrissy is trans. So that's a thing.
Still weird. Still awful. Not really making it any better.
Biggest thread, Kiwi Farms history. Yeah, and I mean, Kiwi Farms is not a great place to go, but today this audio and the... Oh, audio?
So yeah, she's got a really sensitive G-spot because apparently I don't believe he's Mr. C, any of her past boyfriends and as husbands, they haven't really reached and hit her G spot really
Right.
in their dicks.
Right.
They haven't. They were more focused on themselves really, as opposed to focusing on her, which that's my focus.
Right? dude, yeah, true. For like, but at the convention, make sure to have a lot of fun with. Make sure to have push her, have a lot of fun with her, right? Because
Obviously.
yeah, because now you're doing this for your mom. Yeah, make sure I'll be there. I'll be there watching you guys, making sure that nobody is trying to. Sorry, my throat. Nobody's trying to hurt you, do anything. I'll take photos of you too. The dance will be awesome. We can take turns. I'd like to dance with her too.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
And then you guys can take like the slow dance or whatever, and
and all the other scientists thinking of for the convention
right.
as well.
But how are you feeling, Christine? How are you feeling? Because I know there's a lot of societal pressure on you about like this thing with Barbara. There's a lot of societal pressure and a lot of people, consciously who would judge, and there's a lot of eyes on you. It must be very stressful.
Like this exist, and then you go, you know what?
Yeah, I'm listening to the audio, and it's not good, okay? This is...
Ignorance is bliss sometimes.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and, well, it's very obviously known at this point, because this person, Chris Chan is what they're calling the individual, and, I will have to point out all of this is allegedly, even though we have these logs and shit. I ain't getting sued. That's right, I can't afford that. Oh my god, wait, is this... Yeah, why would you buy weed from a guy who looks like a slightly older Mike from PA? Why would you do that?
Because people are weird and probably desperate for weed.
I wouldn't buy weed from that guy. Yeah, literally nobody. What? Mike from PA. Wait, hold on. What was this? What was that?
I did. I drove 1 hour just to let you know that I am a journalist with Project Veritas.
Oh.
Got him! Got him!
What?
I drove 1 hour, if I can please.
Oh my goodness, yes, of course.
I did. I drove 1 hour just to let you know that I am a journalist with Project Veritas.
Oh.
Got him!
Okay, what did you get? There's literally no reaction.
Got him! Do you even live in the Bronx? Because we investigated that. When an elected representative hides behind her fame, Project Veritas, we expose everyone, sir.
Oh my god. What was this? What was got? Literally nothing. Mike from PA set this up by mistake because the guy was black. He deleted the VOD talking about it. Oh my god. Please.
I fell for this fucking guy.
I fell for this
Black
fucking
Lives
guy.
Matter shirt.
He just sees a black guy with a BLM shirt.
Dude, you must be a liberal, right, dog? Holy shit. Are you down with the fucking resistance?
And he was like, "Oh, I didn't even get a chance to talk to AOC."
You fucking idiot, Mike. Oh my god. Ian, he's so dumb. He's so dumb.
Motherfucker.
Mike from PA is so dumb.
He just seemed like a normal young
I've only
guy,
seen a
you
few of
know?
his videos, like ever, or I've seen people talk about him, but I've never like watched his shit.
Okay, so I just saw this clip, and it's there's a black guy in a Black Lives Matter shirt who works for Project Veritas, so he was putting on his shit to try and like he put on the Black Lives Matter shirt and did posturing to try and seem kind of like a liberal.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to go to AOC and spout bullshit because I mean she lives in the Bronx, she has her address and everything, and they're like, her handlers came in and swooped in as soon as he was like, I drove 1 hour to meet you. I drove 1 hour to meet you and tell you that I'm a reporter for Project Veritas, and then they came in and were just like, all right, you need to leave because all they do is spout bullshit. Nothing about Project Veritas is legitimate. And they were just like, I got him, got AOC. Mike from PA helped set up this meeting between AOC and this Project Veritas reporter simply because he was a black guy in a Black Lives Matter shirt.
Oh,
that's it. That is it.
And then I was super mad.
He was black. He had a BLM shirt. He's got to be an ally.
Wow.
And I called him a scumbag. They edited it out. They
Pretty
edited it
fucked.
out.
I'm sure you did, Mike.
Oh, and I called him
this fucking guy.
I called him a scumbag, but they edited it out.
Black
Yeah,
Lives-
yeah, sure they did. What the fuck ever, Mike. What the He's such an idiot.
It sounds like he was just bored.
Mike from PA is an unbelievable dumb fuck. Kyle Kalinske just learned why the Jimmy Dore route isn't wise. Bernie decided to only do his interview with Crystal. Yeah. Oh my god, not this discourse again, Roxy. Please do not bring up Sat's microwave cum sandwich.
Oh. The fuck?
Sat is a very interesting individual, and I love him for it, okay?
You watch some weird shit.
He is a person who I follow on Twitter, and he is absolutely fucking hilarious.
Nice.
Just the dumbest shit posts all the time. Oh yeah, and then there's this dumb shit. I would normally try and I don't like putting people's things out there, but this person literally said I'd genocide literally every dog on the planet if it meant saving one child from cancer. Fuck you, buddy. How about you give yourself up for one child with cancer instead of genociding every dog? Because you said this, I have now put your life below the worth of the most mangy dog on the fucking planet. Thank you for that. Thank you for showing me a human being who tries to be humanitarian that ends up being one of the worst people on the planet. Thank you.
It's like the feed the children guy. Everyone thought he was so good, and until find out he was just taking most of the money just for himself. And then the funny thing is that like that whole controversy was such a big thing and everything for months, and then it ended up with like his wife took over the company, and then she appointed him as vice president, so he didn't really go anywhere. He's still running Feed the Children. it's really fucked up.
It is true. Dudes will grow out their facial hair and look like a completely different person.
Oh, the worst, like, is it for me? Is it my normal state is with facial hair of some level? If I go like clean shaven, the reaction is not ever good. People are like, oh, like what did you do?
Yeah, I wonder is Froge awake and available to talk? And if not, I'm at a loss because I want to go over this goddamn debate thing because I watched the entire thing and took notes. As you can see, hold on. If you have the stream open, you'll be able to see it. And like, where is it? Ben Burgess versus Aaron Green debate notes. Look at this. Look at that. I took.
You're not you're not just writing horrible fan fiction.
No, these are notes on a fucking debate that I watched. Okay, I've never done debate notes before. I've always just spoken.
I carved them into a stone tablet.
Yeah, I've always just done it off the cuff, where I just talk about my fucking, like, what I think is going on in said debate. However, no. Because I have to, I promise to talk to a Twitter mutual who also tunes in and is a subscriber, so they are officially my friend, parasocially. That right there. They wanted to talk about that debate. It's a Ben Burgess versus Aaron Green. Ben Burgess is a logic professor and made really bad arguments. And
it's not very logical, is it?
Nope. I documented a bunch of stuff, like because it was supposed to, the debate was on ostensibly whether the January 6th attempt insurrectionary thing was a fascist coup attempt or if it was just a riot. And Ben Burgess's position was essentially it was just like it was a riot, kind of like we saw with BLM over the summer. And Aaron saying, no, there's a lot of fascistic tendencies and elements that went into this, along with deliberate like targeting of lawmakers and shit. And Ben Burgess literally, let's see, he he does hit on a very important point. He's like, well, all of these key features that people are pointing at fascism and saying these are key features of that's just like every standard conservative movement. Yes, Ben. Every standard conservative movement is kind of fascistic and leans into fascism. Especially here in America, where we have the Overton window moved super far to the fucking right. So much so that we are debating whether or not we can actually do something about climate change.
Oh, it was interesting. I watched a thing on climate change and how the real consensus now is we're just pretty much fucked. Like there's lots of things we can do, and it might help, but the fact is we may never actually be able to go back to kind of
no, of course not.
Free humans fucking up the world conditions.
No, but we are absolutely we're ruined there. Nope.
I mean, it was a big thing just a few days ago. They released the news that the Amazon rainforest is basically emitting more carbon dioxide than it's taking in. And it's due to deforestation and logging and all of that. It's basically humans have gone in and carved out most of the trees and have built like whole power plants and crazy bullshit in the middle of the Amazon rainforest.
Yeah, well, nuclear power. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, it's about the cleanest. It really is.
They're super cool. Anyways,
Well, the problem with nuclear is that we still don't know what to do with what's left over.
Well, we do. We just we know exactly what to do. The issue is there's too many people who are like, no, I don't want the nuclear waste buried in this mountain that nobody can actually live on anyways. But with thorium as a fissile material, you can actually convert it into uranium and back into thorium by adding and removing one neutron. I was doing quite a bit of nuclear power research. And you can literally just take thorium out of the ground, turn it into uranium-233 by adding a neutron, use it, put it back through the neutron thing, but try and remove the one neutron, turn it back into thorium, clean it and recycle it because that's able to be done, and then you can repeat this process. So there isn't actually nuclear waste.
Yeah. It's not. It works pretty well. It's not as what's the word? Productive as uranium-235, which is the most optimal. What do you call it? I've just blanked on the word.
Greenhouse gases.
Oh, uranium. The uranium-235 is like the king, but I mean, it's like it doesn't have to be perfect to still make a lot of really good nuclear power.
Yeah. The fact is that nuclear power has like a 96 or 97% capacity generation capacity, and all other forms, the next closest has like 41%.
Mm-hmm.
It is the most effective way to do it.
Yeah, and like things like coal and stuff, it's pretty poor. Honestly, it doesn't produce a lot of good power, and all power plants like that essentially all really work the same way. They heat up a fuel, the fuel boils water, and then we run turbines. That's how we've learned to make power.
Yep.
So whether it's coal or wind or whatever, I mean, wind is horribly. Wind is kind of inefficient. You can't run the whole world on wind power because it's so intermittent.
We do have these new wind turbine. Well, I say wind turbines. They don't actually have any blades. You know, like the shake light. They have ones that work kind of like that, but instead of shaking up and down, it's just if they move in any direction, they start the generation process.
It's like the land-based version of those the ones that use like tidal force and stuff that underwater.
But they don't generate as much at max capacity as a big bladed one, but they generate way more from lower to I say capacity. They don't generate at max capacity, but whenever a turbine is actually spinning, whenever they actually have one of the windmills actually turning their blades at the highest speed that it can stand, it will generate more power, more kilowatt or gigawatt energy than one of these newer ones. However, when the wind is moving at like 2 kilometers an hour, which is almost nothing, these things still generate 5 kilowatts of electricity, whereas a traditional wind one does not move at all.
It's more consistent, even though the max is not as high.
Yes, it is. It will give you more consistency. So if we supplement nuclear with those, and geothermal is actually the second most efficient form of power generation.
Yeah. And it really is depressing that solar power still isn't as good as it could be. And a lot of that is because it's like, while yes, the cost of solar panels has come down,
they're affordably inefficient.
They're very inefficient, and they're inefficient because good solar panels, like the ones that they can create in a lab, ones that are genuinely technically efficient, are horribly expensive. And they're horribly expensive because the materials in them are horribly expensive. They're not usually made of super rare materials because silicone is everywhere.
But you have to process.
You can go to a beach and dig up a crap ton of it, but it's all about the refinement. It's all about who controls those particular commodities.
Oh fuck though. Yeah, we need to do some work on changing that as a general trend as well. I have a lot of work to do in that regard. I do spend 3 hours in, so I'm getting a little hungry, but not that bad. I do want to take another short break. I need to sit, and I can't do that while I'm like trying to actively engage because I changed my desk to a standing desk instead of a sitting desk, and it's better for me to just go sit down outside and take my smoke break that way.
Well, dang.
I
Well,
mean,
go do.
it's almost 4 or like over 3.5 hours into this stream, and I have been standing the entire time. I did not sit down when I went out earlier, so.
Well, you should sit.
Yeah, I've been standing for fucking hours at this point, so I will be back, and you all can listen to some Oh No Sam Cedar.
Okay.
Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare. Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare. Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare. Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare.
I always respect people who enter into the arena. You're gonna do anything you can to avoid the debate. Come on, man. No idea that you were taking your show off early last time. I had no idea this was going to happen.
Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare. Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare. Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare. Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare.
I always respect people who enter into the arena.
Seems that Steven Crowder had gotten some cold feet, so I don't think he's coming.
Why is that?
I would love to ask him myself. He's not even answering anymore.
Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare. 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 Oh no, Sam Cedar, what a fucking nightmare.
I had no idea this was going to happen. I thought Ethan was a stand-up guy.
God, headset, where'd you go? Headphones. No. Headphones. Okay, they're there.
Yay!
Yeah, we're almost at the... You know, it's almost 10 o'clock and I haven't eaten. I probably should wrap this up. I've got D&D tomorrow.
Yeah, you should probably eat.
Yeah, I haven't eaten anything today, and that's not healthy. And also, I have D&D tomorrow, so I should probably at least eat something today and then wake up and eat something tomorrow. So, you know, there's that.
That's the thing.
All right.
Thing.
Well, thanks for...
Before you go completely, like, off, after your stream's over, if you haven't been in the communal Minecraft server, you should take a look.
Oh, I sure plan to, actually. I'm going to jump on for a very small amount, look over and see what things have been done, and I will probably be on tomorrow, and stream tomorrow, playing Minecraft, but, yeah, it's already too late for me to bother running around and doing shit tonight.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I will chat at you all later, and I will catch you on Minecraft tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Alright, you have a good night, Ian.
See you.
Alright, and that is definitely going to wrap this up on my end of things. Y'all have a great night. Take care. I'm gonna go eat and then die. So, yeah, seriously, take care.